fresh, freshy, flex, fresh, fresh, freshy, flex, fresh, hell my left, got with cafe breath.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit, but you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit, but you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
Okay.
Thank you, Arlisha, girl. Shout out to my boy Arlisha. I was coming. I absolutely were. I absolutely were. I'm late. Oh well. I'm late, and what's gonna be done about it? What's gonna be done about it? Hair flip, I'm here and I'm queer. So hello everyone. Welcome to the Shine the Voice Show. I'm over here doing me. I'm over here cute. So I'm over here cute. Big bats. I know, right? Don't you? Don't you? See, I gotta, pull it out every now and then, girl. Pull it out every now and then, girl. It looks so good on me. Pull it out every now and then, girl. That's this whole thing. this whole thing. Thank you, Lysandra Boo. This thing. It's okay. So, hello everyone. Oh my God. It's been real boring in these streets. Thank you to Armon for kicking it off. Cause we weren't really doing nothing. I was just over here doing surviving. The news has been boring. The celebrities are really getting on my nerves. I'm just like, it's the same old, same old. I'm not talking about the Nicki situation because, like, no disrespect, but I don't care. It's just, I don't care. She'll take care of it. I'm sure she will. Her, the Barbs, whatever. They'll take care of it. So I don't care. So we're not talking about it because I don't care. So hair flip. More power to her. Whatever she feels like she needs to do. I'm not talking about all that crap between her and Mulatto. I don't care. Like I really don't. So it's getting old talking about rappers coming at each other. Like it's boring at this point. So yeah, I find it boring. So shout out to Armon Wiggins and Jason Lee. I don't have a problem with either men. Y'all know Armon is bae. And Jason, he didn't know me. Type of situation. So I don't have a problem with either one of them. So I'm just gonna start that off with that. Because we're gonna drift into the hot topics after we talk about this. So Armon Wiggins decided to go forward and at Jason Lee on his live and do a live basically saying how he feels about the situation. Jason had been throwing shade and saying certain things, allegedly blocking Armon, and stuff like that. Okay, so Jason can make it seem like he wasn't throwing shade. You absolutely were, Jason. That last Hollywood Unlocked live you did, come forward defending Tiffany, steal your churn, or Haddish. Tiffany, take your churn, Haddish. You was definitely over there shading Armon and saying certain things because you both were live at the same time. Okay, girl. So you were definitely saying something. You were definitely saying something. I would pick a side if there was a side. I think people get like way too involved with beefs, right? And what I mean by the people get way too involved is it's nothing personal for us because I'm not Armon and I'm not Jason. So there's no reason for me to take anything personal. So I don't see why there would be like a side. Like I don't see like why is there a side? Like what does that mean? Because I don't get that. This is between them. This ain't got nothing to do with me. This ain't got nothing to do with you. this is between two people that were affiliated with each other and now are publicly basically stating that they're not. And the reasons why they're not, I feel like if you support people before they fall out, then you should support them after. I don't feel like anybody should stop supporting Storm or Tasha because I'm not a hater. So anybody that supports them, support them. That's fine. And if they chose to separate or decide to say that they're not affiliated with each other anymore, if you were watching both people, then just keep watching both people. Like what y'all act like they be sitting in y'all living room, like y'all act like if you watch Armon, Jason Lee gonna be in your living room, like knew you was fit that bitch. And if you watch Jason Lee like Armon gonna be standing behind you, like I knew it. Like, yeah, it's not that deep. Like, I don't feel like it's that deep. Like, there's no side. So, in my eyes, there is no side. It's just two people that were affiliated. They're no longer, affiliated. So I am going to tell you what I think based on what I saw from Armon's show. So I'm just giving a review on the situation. Like I said, I'm not involved. So there's no, it's just like when people fall out, they can also come back together. So if I'm going to attack Jason and attack Jason and attack Jason, and then Armon and Jason decide to reconcile, then I look stupid because I'm sitting here attacking him for it, and vice versa. I don't feel like anybody should attack Armon because of this situation between him and Jason. Because if they do reconcile, you look stupid, going around saying all of this stuff, cussing Armon out and saying all these crazy things about Armon, and now they cool. So it's just, that's why I choose to stay out of it. That's why I said there is no side, because I'm not about to, they're grown men. So however they decide to move on is how they decide to move on, whether one day they become cool again or they stay not liking each other. Either way. Okay. I'm going to support what I support type of situation. Okay. So be a hair flip to you. So I'm not trying to disrespect you, Sandwich. Shout out to you. I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, I don't feel like there's a side. It's just that's between them. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with us? Like we ain't make them fall out, so we can't make them come back together. Type of situation. They're going their ways, separate ways, because of however they feel. In Cola, is that? I hope I'm saying it right. She says, naturally, I watch Armon, me too, because he is entertaining. I might catch Jason Lee if none of my other favorite YouTubers have any new content. Now, and I feel like that's with a lot of people on this side over here. Armon is bigger. Like he's a big person. Over here on YouTube, so it's a big audience. That watches him. So over, I would say Hollywood Unlocked or gagging, because Jason barely does it. Like Armon is consistent. So we're gonna get some content from Armon. Like and people know that Armon gonna feed these streets. That's what he's going to do. But with Jason, it's like ever so often. Because to me, that channel, especially with live numbers, like there's no way Armon had 13K in his chat last night and Jason Lee wasn't, the gagging wasn't even poking. Like, because he had a dominant, if Jason Lee was consistent, if he was consistent with gagging, I think he would have had the opportunity to have that type of live audience too. Even if people are just coming to watch him, the people that support him, are coming to watch him to see what he's going to say, or if he's going to say anything about Armon or what Armon is saying. I mean, that wasn't even necessary because Jason's number should have been great last night just because of all the energy that Armon, or Shebe said 17K, 17K. Jason had, I mean, Armon had way more energy over there. And he also had the streets heated at the moment because everybody's going to want to see, you know, who's going to say what type of situation. And Armon definitely brought the numbers. He brought the audience. He did just that. And with Jason, he did it. So I'm not confused. I just know, looking at it from a content creator perspective, Armon's consistent. So with him being consistent, that audience is just going to keep building and building and building. The lives are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And with Jason, it's here or there, you know, type of situation. So yeah, I think that Jason's audience should be way bigger. I mean, those are facts. I mean, with the number of subscribers that they have and whatnot, they should be running numbers. Just like Armon's running numbers, they should be running numbers in the story. But anyways, so Jason Lee did not, from what I saw, say anything back into, I mean, responding to anything that Armon was saying. Well, obviously he was live, so he knew exactly what Armon was saying anyway. But Armon definitely scraped the flow with you, Jason. So I don't know. I couldn't be quiet. Jason, girl. Ooh, I'll be live in the front of this camera. I'll be like, hey, he burnt your book. Jason, he burnt your book. Oh, Jason, he burnt your book. I said, not props. I said, you got props? I was like, go. Jason, he burnt your book. So, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I would have cussed Armon out for the next 24 hours, at least, if he came at me like that. So, I would still be live right now. I would have made breakfast with the camera up, all of that. Breakfast on live. Oh, no, son. Oh, no, girl. Oh, no, girl. Oh, you want to play? Oh, you want to play? Girl. So, here, flip. And it also shows the support that Armon has on YouTube over Jason, because there's more people going live, you know, because there's people going live, you know, coming at Armon, you know, stuff like that. But there's way more people going live stating that this is what Jason gets. That people are glad that Armon said something and whatnot. So Jason, it ain't really nobody batting for you. There's no one batting for you. I'm just saying. And the people that are batting for you don't matter, because I don't know who none of them are. So if they are batting for you, we don't know them. But yeah, it's a lot of people coming for you. Now, Armon brought up a lot of receipts and situations between Jason and how he knew that the energy had been here basically a long time ago. But I mean, because he was reading you. He was reading you talk about some what you wear. And Kanye was in Balenciaga. Girl, I was crying. I was like, ooh, Armon is angry. Armon's upset. I was like, because he is coming for you right now. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So I'm not gonna lie, I was very entertaining. I was very entertained. Very entertained. Armon stated that Jason said that Cardi B is basic. Allegedly, Cardi, Jason said you're basic because you just use people like him. Jason, every ex-employee basically said how they worked for free. Every single last one. They make no coins with you, but you were making hella coins, as far as they know. But everybody was their pro bono. From what I'm gathering, everybody was interns. Everybody was interns because nobody has anything good to say about you that works for you, Jason. Nobody. From Melissa Ford when she was on Hollywood Unlocked, even April Jones, ex-employees, even hey Chelsea with the 5 head, Tasha K girl, Chelsea, even her. She done said a lot of issues about you, Jason. So yeah, that didn't look good for you. And then with Armon coming forward talking about some, basically you wanted him to host gagging and take it over, but do it for free. Jason, I'm like, what an ass. I'm like, what an ass. I'm like, well, Armon has his own platform. So you want him to stop basically doing what he's doing and putting energy into what he's doing and run your show? What? No. And then you want him to do it for the F-R-E-E as a solid Jason Groves. I'm like, Jason, allegedly, everybody that's around you that you feel that's lower than you, they. I'm like, what? I'm like, that ain't so, Armon. Armon, you lying. He said that's you, and you ain't cuss him out. I would have to cuss him out. Time is money, honey. So, oh no, he would have got one of them 2007 cuss outs. he would have got cussed out. To have the audacity to say anything like that to me. Like, are you serious? Like, that was the whole problem. So yeah, I get that. I absolutely get that. Jason, it's also giving that I'm not saying that, I'm not going to say, Jason, that you are talentless. I'm not going to say that. You do have a way of getting around people and networking. You know, I'll give you that. I think Jason does that really well, networking. He's been around a lot of people, from Wendy Williams, this person, Queen Latifah, you know, the list just goes on and on. You know, his ex-bestie, or still bestie low-key, is Tiffany Steele, your churn Haddish. He was over there around Yeezy, you know, stuff like that. Cordy. So yeah, that's his way of making his rounds. You know, he snuck that picture with my girl Beyonce. She was walking past, he grabbed it. Take the picture. He grabbed it. Take the picture. He hurried up, because I'm like, I don't know if that was a voluntary picture. I don't know. That's picture our word, because I don't know, Jason. I'm like, I don't know. And you was big in here. Yeah, Jason, you was big in here. Ooh, you was big in that picture with Beyonce. But Jason grew. You got your way, you know, of doing that. You do. But Armon feeling like Jason was treating him like a flunky. That's the only, like, okay. That's where I'm gonna have to disagree with Armon. Okay, like, love him down, but I'm not letting no bitch treat me like no flunky. Like, that's why I don't ask somebody for nothing. That's why I keep my distance. Like, and all of that when it comes to other content creators, because like, ain't nobody about to treat you, especially when they're higher than you, or they feel like they're higher than you because they have a bigger audience, or, you know, bigger following, subscribers to IG and all these other places. They think they can just kind of just treat you like anything, you know, type of, like, you're disposable, and that's kind of how they treat you, you know, like you're disposable. So I feel like the first sign you see something like that, because I don't know, Armon's got paid for the other gaggings, I don't believe that he did, but you're already doing favors, you know, so Armon's favors are not going to be outweighed because of Jason, feel like I invited you to a brunch to where Kanye was, that you nothing that you, okay, well, nigga, I did gagging for you. Like, I didn't force my way around Kanye, you invited me. You know, so it's that simple. Like, I'm like, okay, and I've done favors for you too. Like, you got to cut that. Like, you may have the celebrity world, but I have YouTube. And that's what your main platform is. I'm established on YouTube. I'm that bitch on YouTube. Like, it is, because that's Armon. You know, so, and he got the right city. He has connections and things like that himself. You know, so it's like, don't treat me like I'm less than. And I feel like Jason was doing it the whole time, kind of subconsciously, you know, kind of treating Armon like he's less than because of the opportunities that I can provide and have provided. So when I do him a solid by doing something like that, he owe me major, you know, because no, your favor don't outweigh mine. So Armon was doing favors too. So don't try to make it seem like because I did this, it's bigger than that. No, no, nobody. Nobody don't work like that. So but I'm saying I would disagree with Armon, because I feel like Armon kind of stayed around, and why I don't, maybe it's because he thought that something was growing between him and Jason, I don't know, but I would have separated myself immediately, like, because you already, like, bitch, you don't own me, you know, like, type of, like, I don't owe you anything like that. Like, let's start there. Let's start there. I don't owe you nothing. You know, so and I feel like that's how a lot of people feel. You know, you calling and inviting Armon somewhere is not you doing him a solid. That's you calling him and inviting him somewhere. I don't feel like somebody would owe me because I what? Like that's gross. And Jason, you did allude to it in that live that you did about Tiffany Haddish. You definitely did. Like inviting him to certain tables and stuff like that. We already know who you're talking about. We already know who you're talking about. Like you literally said table, brunch, Kanye. You know, so but that you act like that put Armon on the map. That made Armon go viral. No, girl. He was already on the map and on your radar. And on your radar. So I mean, because remember, you know, Armon didn't force himself around you. Like, and that's kind of how you treating it. Like, he doesn't matter. He's a small fish. You know, the only reason why people really are talking about him right now is because of me and the connections that I've gotten him. It's just like, girl, I'm gonna need you to chill. And I also think it's weird that you would do more for Armon than what you would do for your own employees. I find that weird, Jason. I'm like, why are you willing to do all this for Armon, but your ex-employees basically said they was using their own money to Uber and all of that stuff for you, putting gas in their own car to go run errands and stuff for you, sending you a bunch of information that you may go viral on your blog and whatnot, and you making checks off IG for it, but you do nothing for these people. All of these people got a problem with you. But then let me treat this content creator that does not work for me, that is not under my umbrella, you know, and do all of these things for him and treat him better than I've treated any of my staff. And he's not even one of them. But let me come in and do that because that's so necessary, like it isn't. And I find that weird. Because again, your ex-employees say these things about you, Jason. I've never met you. I've never worked for you, anything like that. We spoke, and the live is still up. It's on my live, it's on my YouTube channel. Go all the way down to the end, to the beginning. Yep, Jason, I talked to you when you was big in here. Remember, you was a biggin when we was talking to each other, Jason. And but anyways, it's still up. We had a whole conversation. You look me in my eyes, and I looked you in your eyes. So your hair flipped. But Jason Lee, girl, this ain't looking good for you. So Armon states some things about Cardi B, how Jason Lee was stating that Cardi don't do nothing for nobody. She don't share your stuff, you know, anything like that. Stop supporting her so hardcore, you know, and whatnot, because she ain't gonna return none of the favors. Although Cardi has shared Armon's deposited check on Twitter. She's invited him to basically every party since they've been cool over like the last 2-3 years. He's been going to her birthday party and one of Offset's. I mean, she's done plenty. If you ask me, I mean, does Cardi have to bring him on her tour and him open up? Because that'd be a good look. That'd be a good look. If he was one of the open performers for Cardi on her tour. That'd be a good look for Armon. That it sure would, for him doing deposit your check. He got a new track coming out, new video, new track. So that'd be a good look for Mr. Wiggins. So it's just like, what does Cardi have to do, Jason? I'm like, well, she says his name. She even be saying, get in here, get in here. Like, what are you talking about? What is he talking about? I'm like, what? I'm like, well, Cardi is clearly supporting him. You know, she's definitely co-signed that, you know, I like her mind. So why are you trying to like turn him against her? Is it because she ain't sharing none of your stuff, Jason? It was since that book that Armon burned. Jason, why you want that Cardi party? Ain't that your friend? Why you want that Cardi party? Armon was. So when Armon says these type of things, that makes sense. I'm just like, oh, okay. I could totally see that. I could totally see it because I didn't see him. I mean, they ain't even let Jamie Foxx in. They ain't say nothing about. I mean, if Jamie wasn't getting in, you wasn't getting in. So why folk come, Jason? You wasn't at Cardi party. I'm just saying. Like, why weren't you there? Armon was. He had the coordinates. All the latitude, longitude, all of that. He knew exactly how to get there. Yeah, he's probably there early. I would have been. I would have been there with the DJ. You need help with that equipment? I would have been there early with the DJ. You serve that equipment? Yeah, I'm supposed to be here. I'm on my Wiggins. I'm supposed to be here. Carter shared my phone. I'm supposed to be here. You need help with the speakers? I could grab the microphone. You need help with that subwoofer? Because, yeah, I would have been there early. I sure would. You ain't never seen a nigga dressed for a party at 4 p.m. I'm already ready because the party will start to 11. Oh, well. Oh, well. Y'all gonna get that. I'll be able to tell y'all where everything at and all of that. You be like, is this your spot, basically? I done been here the last 6 hours waiting for y'all. I heard, come here, party. Hurry up with Cardi. So, here, Fleck. So, Jason, where were you? Armon was, he had on all white. He was cute. He was there lit. He was there. It was cute. He met Glorilla. He met her. He did. He met her. Deep voice ass. He met Glorilla and girl. Like Jason, where was you at? So yes. So what Armon's saying that Jason was trying to steer him away from Cardi. I could completely believe that. Because it does seem that the dynamic and the relationship between Cardi and Jason have changed. So I'm not saying that they're not friends or anything like that, but you know, Jason used to call her on live and you know, and all of that stuff. So I mean, it does seem that like that relationship has changed a little bit. A lot of it. So I can see him trying to gear Armon away from her because it's just like, look, I don't really deal with her like that no more because she don't do nothing for me. Because it does give that Jason like very like you're a narc. You know, it definitely gives that everything is about you. So and she ain't sharing me. And I feel like Jason, that's another reason why you started coming out of Armon in the first place. When Cardi shared his song deposit your check and whatnot. Him calling her, them having certain conversations, and whatnot. I feel like all of that irked you. I do. I feel like it irked you. I feel like you feel like Armon was trying to come and take your place. But there's plenty of room for everyone. Like you just didn't want Armon to be affiliated with her like that. Because it's starting to seem like Armon's closer to Cardi than you are. And you don't like that. You don't like that. So your hair flip. So, you know, from what I get. You don't like that. You don't like that they're getting close. So you wanted to ruin it. It is what it is. Moving right along. Okay, Armon burn because we're gonna get into hot topics, so we already been here like 30 minutes. Armon burning that book took me out. Jason, I was rolling on the floor. Jason, the reason I was rolling on the floor because that was hilarious. I'm like, why? I'm like, burning a book. That's a good book. Like. I would at least burnt them on the. Well, no, that was hilarious. That was needed. It was necessary. It was necessary. It was very necessary. So yes, Armon burning that book. I'm like, oh, please don't burn your house up. Your house look cute. I'm like, don't burn that house up, boy. But it was just the effect. For me, I feel like that's all Armon wanted to do. Just just like burn it. You know, so that was hilarious. I loved it. I was here for it. And Jason, there is no way in the world, like I said, that you should not be saying something in retaliation to Armon. Okay, you on YouTube, Jason, you got to stop, acting like that you're up there. When we're down here, we're on the same platform, buddy. We're on the same platform. Yeah. We're on the same platform, so you're not better than us. You're not better than anybody, but you feel that way. Okay, but then I feel like you should be on cable or somewhere, so you can actually like sun us, because you can't sun us. Gross. So yeah, here flip. But I've seen that people feel in the middle. This is why, as a content creator, why I keep my distance from other content creators, because I feel like the closer you get to people, the easier it is to fall out. And Armon and Jason, I don't feel like they were like super close, or anything like that. I feel like it was more like an associate situation, but you know how y'all do on YouTube, you subscribe, or you see a person in the picture with somebody one time, oh, they best friends, basically. They ride or die for each other. They this, they that. It's just like, no, it's not like that. But so I feel like the subscribers and me, because I'm a subscriber too, that we, because I'm not taking this by myself. No. We be making it a lot worse, you know, like than what it or making it a lot deeper than it actually is. So but yeah, so this is why I keep my distance, because again, like I said, I just don't believe in, you know, because it's kind of scary getting close to the content creators, because you got to worry about everything. You got to worry about, is am I being recorded? Is this person screenshotting what I'm saying in the text? Is this, is that? You got to walk on eggshells to make sure you don't say something about certain people. It is to that. I just feel like it's too much pressure. It's too much pressure being friends with you guys. So I keep an association with people. Like I'll reach out and check on people and, you know, stuff like that. But like other than that, I don't get close like that to anybody, because I believe in doing YouTube completely by myself, because that's how I came in. So I came into YouTube alone. So how wherever I go, whatever journey, wherever it takes me, it's gonna be my journey. It's gonna be my decisions. It's not gonna be backed by anybody else, or having to be biased about a lot of situations because who I'm affiliated with, you know, and stuff like that. Like, yeah, no, I'll pass. So I've always kind of kept to myself, you know, being like more so of a loner, but I don't mind, you know, like if a content creator wants to collab, you know, or something like that, you know, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that, but like the behind the scenes and calling each other and sending each other's phone numbers and stuff like that, I don't believe in none of that. Like I don't believe in none of that. I've been burned many times, and I'm not gonna let past situations ruin it for other people, you know, in the future. I just feel like I have to change my tolerance. You know, my tolerance last time was really low, and that's how things happen when you have a low tolerance, because you're too trusting, you know, of people that you shouldn't be trusting. But again, if a person is sitting there collecting information, and when the situation falls apart, you have all of these reasons and stuff backing, you know, why you feel how you feel, then that says more about you than it does them. Because if I'm, like I said, I would never let somebody put me in a situation so I feel like they're continuously coming for me and I don't do or say anything. I just keep allowing it due to the affiliation, or because they're not putting like an actual name on it. So that's why I said I can respect Armon for coming forward and putting a name on it. Because it's like, clearly you're talking about me. Clearly you're coming for me. You may act like you're not, but oh, well, I know you are, and I'm about to say something about it. I can respect that. You know, instead of just letting something just keep going and going and going and going. And then when you get fed up, you want to come forward about how bad this person is and how this and how that. Well, this is a lot about you, because why did you deal with it? Why was that okay for you knowingly knowing at that time? Because sometimes you overlook things, or sometimes you just simply aren't paying attention, and a person will be doing something to you or disrespecting you, and you don't even notice it, you know, because, you know, you just aren't paying attention. And then you start paying attention to certain things, and then your mind starts to go back and be like, okay, well, they said this and they said that and they said this and they said that. And it seems like a lot of these things are true. Well, it's like you knew it, you just didn't do anything about it. So I view it as both parties have to be getting something out of it in order to see certain shakers. Jason too, if he come forward and be like, oh, well, this and this and this and this and this and this and this. Okay, well, then it sounds like you should have separated yourself from Armon a long time ago. What does that say about you, Jason, if you're willing to sit here and allow for Armon to do all of these things to you, and then you come forward as like you're a victim, like you're not a victim? That's why I said it's just between two people, because there is no victim here, like on either side. Both of y'all chose to deal with each other, and you get what you get. It's that simple. It's no different how a lot of people are warned about Tasha K. There's a lot of people that are warned about people like Jason Lee. There's a lot of people, you know, that are pre-warned of how he is and how he operates, and people will completely ignore certain things just so they can be attached, you know. And then when you are attached, things could be going well, things always take a turn. So it's not the puppy love, it's what comes after it, you know. So that's what people are warning you about. They warn you about the aftermath of the puppy love. Like no different than dating. You're dating a person, everything's going great, then you start to get to know them during the puppy love and whatnot, then you realize, you know what, this person probably ain't for me. You know, type of situation. It's no different than Jason and Armon. I feel like it's the same thing. They got to the point to where one of them, I don't know what, because Jason came at Armon first. You know, Armon didn't say anything to Jason. So I don't know what Jason feels Armon did, you know, to make him, because Jason gets to have his own side of the story. Everybody's entitled to their side of the story. Armon told his side of the story last night, not what happened. No, because there's three sides to a story. What you think, what the other person think, and then there's the truth. And that's when you collect both sides and put them together. And what aligns is usually the truth. So if both of them are saying the same things or reiterating the same things, just saying it differently, then that is where the truth lies, not in just one party side. So I can jump down Jason's throat for the things that Armon's saying without hearing Jason's side. Then I hear what Jason thinks, and then we'll go from there. I'll figure out who I think is what and who did what, and whatnot, and then just kind of just, make a decision to go from there. But I do think that Jason's side is valid. So that's why I said I feel like Jason should say something. This has a lot of attention. It's even trending on YouTube. So say something. I mean, he'll say something any other time, because that's what I can't take with a lot of these content creators, is that they don't mind talking about everybody else's business. But then when the target is on them, they want to move on. When the target is on them, they want to be Beyonce to it. Like, no, you wasn't being Beyonce to when you was sitting over there shading Armon, his number and all of that. You weren't being Beyonce then. You weren't being Beyonce when you was over there defending Tiffany Haddish. Now that the target's on you, you want to act like I don't know her. You want to Mariah Carey the situation? No, that's trash. That is absolute trash. So you should definitely say something to Armon, because you started it. So don't make it seem like Armon came out the woodwork with this lie. We all thought that Armon and Jason was cool, and all of a sudden, Armon over there burning books and shit. Like, yeah, no. No, don't make him look like he's crazy, because he's not. Because and we all see the shade, because you put it out there. Now you want to ignore it? Like, no, don't ignore it. Don't act like you above it. Don't act like you too big. You're not. This is the same person that was just hosting your show. You can respond to somebody that you let host your show. So he good enough to come over there and host. You know him when it's time to host, but then you don't know him when you start shading him. And then when he responds to the shade, you still don't know him. Like, yeah, let's not do that. Like, let's not act like what Armon's doing. He's just psycho. He's just, I don't know where this is coming from. I wasn't talking to you. Yes, you were. Like, yes, you were. And you were also saying others on Twitter and stuff like that. You were shading them over there too. So it's just like, you wanted it, you got it. You wanted Armon's attention, you have it. Don't walk away now. Like, no, stay a little longer. Stay a little longer, buddy. Stay a little longer. Now I know you can't fry like Armon. Like I know, I know that's, you gonna have to go to the drawing board, for the situation. But I still feel like you should say something, and because I'm not biased. I'm not. Yes, I love Armon. I adore him. I watch his content all the time. Big supporter of the show, absolutely. But Armon didn't talk to not get a response. So he's not talking and hoping you don't say anything back. No, he wants you to, because he wouldn't have said nothing if he was afraid of what you were going to say. So yeah, Jason, I definitely think you should respond. I think you need to go on gagging and gag the girls. I think you do, because if not, Armon just another Stormisha, another TKO, another flawless victory. That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. Another flawless victory if you don't say anything, because I definitely think you should speak. Here, flip. I definitely think you should speak. Clout. Clout. Because did Jason ever do anything to Larry? I saw that. I was like, oh, go on, Larry. I was like, go on, Larry. I was like, but why? I think he's like talking like Tasha, somebody like that. I'm like, you got beef with Jason? You got beef with Jason? You got beef with Jason? Now I know his Mincy, The Conscious TV. I know he don't like Larry. I mean, not Larry Reid. Jason Lee, because Jason Lee blocked him, and whatnot. So I know he don't. Well, maybe that's why Larry. Okay, I can see that. I can see Larry have a problem with that. I can see that, because him and Conscious are pretty close. So I can see that. But I don't know. I mean, it could be a whole nother reason. But that's what the whole live was about, So when you super chat, you're usually in support of what the person is saying, So I don't know the thing, because that's what I'm getting. I mean, maybe they don't have a problem at all. But I mean, girl, I saw that girl. I was like, go on, Larry. Go on, Larry. Go bust her wide open, Larry. So yes, and then just breezing past that, and Stormisha had the nerve to post it on Instagram. What he post? What did he post? Oh, girl, hurry up and tell me. Girl, hurry up and tell me. He better not been trying to shade Armon. Because I will handle Armon as a lightweight. I will handle him lightweight. I sure will, because I know he busy with Jason. So, while he busy with Jason, don't worry, Armon. I handle your lightweight. I handle your lightweight. I want to know what he said. What did he say? What he post? I mean, what he post? Y'all know I'm nosy. Y'all know I find any reason to talk about Stormisha, Mocha Shay, Alizé, thunderstorm, tornado, sleet, isolated thunderstorms, Montrez, Monroe. You know, because I'm down bad because he ain't in my life because we ain't in a relationship. That's what the gay chasers say. They swear for Lord. But okay, hold on. Let me get back to the comments. Okay, so okay, right. Armon told Larry they fell out. Larry told Tasha, and Tasha told Wild Eye, and ooh, I gotta call him Wiley because I'm being nice because he ain't doing nothing to bother me right now. And she told Wiley, and Wiley told his followers. Now I remember Armon, I believe, talking about the situation a while back, but he said that there was like a little hiccup between him and Jason, but they took care of it. So I don't know. Feisty grammar. Ooh, go on feisty grammar. So you're absolutely right. Start paying attention to things that people say to you and analyze it. You will be like, oh, they trying to be shady? Are they trying to slick talk you? You know, I agree with that, but sometimes they're not. So it's like, that's why it's good to go do your own research because there's so many people that will come and tell us things. I don't have people come and tell me the wildest things about content creators. Like, they talk about you. They talk about you. And they're not. It's just, trust me. They like, I may be in the realm. Like Choice TV just did a video on not trusting like the celebrity bloggers, you know, and stuff like that and whatnot. He ain't talking to me. He ain't talking to me. He would have put me in the video because when Choice would have put me in the video, I would have did the same thing. I sure do. I got a cute kitchen. I'll go right in the kitchen and record why you shouldn't trust Choice. Because that's how the devil get down. So I'll be sitting right here with some crackers and marshmallows and all of that. Sitting here cooking something, telling y'all why y'all shouldn't trust Troy while making us s'more. He wasn't talking to me. But am I in the realm of people that he's talking about? Absolutely. But he's not talking to me. You know, so, but, you know, it's no different than like, I hate when people be out here like, oh, all the ageism and age bashing and the body shaming. You know, it's like, shut up. Like, girl, I'm just like, if it's not like derogatory, then it's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about you. If a content creator or somebody getting into it, even if it's in the chat, and they like, oh, you old this, you that. I'm 60 years old. And it's like, girl, so ain't nobody talking to you. Like, y'all just be so insecure. I'm just like, no one's talking to you. Like, shut up. Like, this don't get you talked to. Because no one is speaking to you, man. Like, no one is coming for you right now. So if you feel ashamed of your age and all of that, that's not for me to cure. Have your man do it. Or your woman do it. Tell them to do something to make you feel better. Do something to make you feel better. Because that ain't for me to do. So y'all not about to sit over here and make you feel young or any of those things. People call me old. I don't care. My children look at me as a fossil. And girl, sometimes I want to cuss them out. They'd be like, you was born in 88, right? I'd be like, yeah. They'd be like, that was a long time ago. I'm like, you know, so I'll be wanting to cuss them out. I'll be wanting to cuss them out. But I don't. I let them ride. I let them ride. Because I know they're not talking to me. They're not talking to me. It bounced right off me. Because they're not talking to me. But that's how a lot of y'all be feeling. Somebody call somebody fat and you sitting there overweight. You sitting there 6 Hot Pockets, 3 Pop-Tarts, and a bag of Flaming House in, and it ain't number 9 in the morning. And you pull it out and you throwing meat, breakfast sausages, and all of that in the sink. And with somebody over here sitting over here talking about somebody completely other than you. But you sitting over there with cupcake cream all over your face, upset, mad, flipping your chicken over, mad. Ain't nobody talking to your big ass. Like, who's talking to you? Oh my God. I just be like, are you mad? Like, are you mad, girl? Like you're big press. You're big insecure. Because nobody is talking to you. And I put your comment up on the screen and say you old. You have every right to feel like I'm calling you old. Because I am. Absolutely. Same thing with calling you fat. Anything like that. But y'all, I'm just like, oh, y'all need to get on somebody's treadmill or something. Because y'all was upset at the wrong person. Y'all need to go over there and get in that mirror and get upset with that individual. Just be like, ugh. People be homeless as hell sitting here. It ain't no wrong with being homeless. Just because you sit at your granny house with 3 kids, like, girl, that ain't got nothing to do with us. Girl, we're not talking about you. Like, chill. So let's get to these comments. Topics. Shout out to Armon. Shout out to Jason. Jason, you have 24 hours to respond. And if you don't, you already know what we're going to think about you, because that's what happens over here on YouTube, Jason. I don't know how they do it on IG. I don't know. But you got 24 hours to respond. You absolutely do, because if you don't, that means you're scared. If you don't, that means you're scared. So you got 24 around this time tomorrow. You better have done said something, nigga. Because yeah, we don't do all that. No, hurry up. Talk to us. Hurry up. Talk to us. So yeah, because I'm gonna need him to say something immediately. Shout out to Natalie for the super sticker. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. I so much appreciate it. Shout out to Just Bring. She said Storm had posted Armon burning the book, laughing at Jason, talking about he going to do a reaction video. Like, Storm is the bottom. Storm, you've been trying to let Jason hit it for a very long time because Jason is the top. So you were trying to take that big furry booty over there, courtesy of your mama. Your mama, you remember her. Hold on, make him remember her. You remember her. You remember your mama. Because your mama said that you got a big old hairy juicy booty nigga. A hairy, big old hairy juicy booty nigga. So your mama said that or you're packing in the bank. That Storm in the bank that you're packing. That's what your mama said. Your mama said in the back, and I'm about to tell you, God, BBL for what? BBL for what? Now we know that Stormisha, if you didn't know, now you're about to find back in the day, where it said that Stormisha a couple years ago, a couple months back, that he went and bought a Safari in Monroe, Montreal Safari in Monroe, that he went and bought a ping. And right here, because we ain't seen it since. We ain't seen it since. Oh my God. Rent a penis. So we ain't seen it since, Lord. And he stop acting like he used to dress like this. Stormisha, them big beige titties. So Stormisha, girl, back in the day, because y'all know he used to train that waist, girl. So that's why his titties so big, all the juice was going up to the top. So Stormisha, when he back in his waist trainer days, so that he could fit or this snatched. Absolutely, Storm, you were snatched right here, girl. Stormisha, girl, you were snatched. So I had to give me one of these after that. I was like, girl, do that, girl. Stormisha, girl, do that, Peach. Girl, you should have been put me up on game. I could have been, girl, it do this, girl. So yay. So Stormisha, back in the day when he used to train them hips, girl, yay. Storm used to train them hips. He absolutely did. That is how he got the big furry booty. It's hairy. How trans Rena know, I have no idea. But she said out her own 2 beef suckers. She absolutely did. She said in these motherfucker Payless shoes that he got a big furry booty. That's what she said. I didn't say that. I did not say that. And we also been looking for this. There's an Amber Alert out here for Storm's peen. Where did it go? Where is Safari Monroe? Where, folk, where is Stormisha Montrez Safari Monroe? We have not seen him. There is an APB out on this penis. He didn't. Because where did it go? Oh my God. So here, Flip. So yeah, look, girl. We don't care. Be these failed bottoms for me. Storm, you a wholesale gay. If you're gonna go after the beige, go after the beige, girl. Girl, go after the beige. Like you don't need no help. Okay, move it right along. No, because they tried it. Not because he tried. All he have to do is be quiet. That's all he have to do. Let's get into this. So the first topic is Shots in Neighborhood Talk. Future's alleged baby mama goes off on him after he reportedly stopped paying child support. Claims she used to eat his clapper. Claims she used to eat. It did say that. She used to eat his clappers. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Now he got a reason to hate me. Oh girl. Oh, so you want to you one of them. You one of them Kiki Greens. So here, Flip. So I don't care nothing about her saying that she a Future clappers. You as a woman that is straight. Like y'all be trying to it's annoying for me because you are a woman, okay, with breasts, vag, all of that good stuff. Okay, so anything you do to a man is heterosexual. You're weird. It takes two men or two women together for something to be classified as gay. Not you doing something that's more popular with another community. That's weird. Okay. So because you feel like only dudes that get their booty ate means that another dude would eat it, that's weird if you're a woman eating it. So that means that you eating it, then other women done ate it too. What does that have to do with him being gay? Like you're a woman. Are you trying to say that it's gay because you're in the LGBTQIA barbecue? Are you a trans woman? Because you like, nah, he got a reason to hate me. You a woman. You ate his butt. Who cares? If anything, it's more embarrassing on your end than his. Because now you got to wear a mask every time you come around me. And don't put your mouth on nothing in my house. Use those plastic cups. You eat booty. Yeah, you eat booty. Don't eat off none of these utensils. None of that. None of that. If you want some of my pop, pour it in your mouth. Don't put your lips on it. Pour it in your mouth. That's why I mean it looks worse on you, because now you look gross. Like, you look gross. Like, at the end of the day, man, you're a woman. You ate his booty, so what? Like, that's not gay. Coming from a gay. I know. That's not gay, because you're a woman. So anything you as a woman do, no matter if you put your fingers in there, put a toy in there, no matter whatever you do with him, it's heterosexual. Because he's a man and you're a woman. So you ate his clappers. He ate yours. If he eats your vag, is that lesbian tendencies or what? That's weird. If you say you like your hoo-ha ate, should a dude be going around saying that you're a lesbian? Because that's what lesbians do. That's really popular. You know, lesbians, they you know, that's what they do. You know. No. That's weird. So because he sat on your face, that's gay. It's not. Anything he does with another man is very gay. Yeah. That's gay. But anything that he's doing with you as a woman, that's not gay. Girl, it's heterosexual. Doesn't matter what it is. If he dressed up like a woman, anything like that, and as long as he having sex with you, he's straight. Yeah, as long as he having sex with a woman, he's straight. He can come out there with heels on, a bad wig, lipstick, he can do all of that. And he's still gonna be straight as long as it's a girl. That's all that matters. I knew this girl that dated a dude that dressed up. I think they're probably still together. I mean, because she even asked me, like, is that weird? I said, I mean, is it with you? She was like, no. I said, do you not like it? She was like, no, okay, at times I kind of do. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I don't see nothing wrong here. What's the problem? I mean, and nobody can look at the problem if she dresses up. If she puts on lingerie or a nurse outfit or something like that, that's not weird. So, I mean, as long as the dude is with a woman, that's not gay, if you ask me. But yeah, some people look at stuff like that, and I think that's stupid. You know, if you were with your man as a woman, and he says, "Put your finger in my booty," put your finger in his booty, girl. How's that gay with you? Like, ugh. He just like, you should call your cousin over here so he put his finger in my booty. Call your male cousin over here, or call your male friend over here, and let's have a threesome. And he only touched me. That's gay. It doesn't matter if another female is present. Now that y'all touching each other and doing anything with each other, touching, fucking anything, that's gay. That's gay. That's gay, bro. So I mean, it is what it is. But if it's anything, if it's a male and a woman, anything y'all do is heterosexual. Like, it's not gay. So she's weird for stating that. And another thing, because to me that doesn't classify Future as gay. I think that's stupid. And it's ignorant. Because a lot of women think like that. They lose some real good men because he say, "Eat my booty." At least it's you. I would rather you. Wouldn't you rather? Then go have some, because somebody else gonna eat it. Somebody else gonna eat it. You gonna come in the house, they gonna be in the bedroom like this. Toot that thing up, mom, and make a roll. Like, girl, somebody gonna eat his booty. The great girl, somebody gonna eat that booty. So, okay, here, flip. You better eat it for somebody else do. And it ain't 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna be another man. It's gonna be a woman. Like, he's hetero. Like, that doesn't make him gay because he like his booty ate. Like, all the real places to make a man have a real climax is up there anyway. So if you want to make, if he's into that and you want to make him, blow up weight like no other, find that G spot, because that's where it is in every man. Every man, it's right there. Just like the woman's G spot, usually same spot. Type of situation. It's right at the top. I call it the beautiful button. You grab that button, and you put that button in your mouth, and you just keep pressing it. You just keep pressing it. So I mean, it is what it is. That's how I look at it. Now, some people ain't into it. That's not their thing, and that's cool. But what you won't do, another woman will. So yeah, you can. I'm sure Sierra probably ate his booty. A lot of women done ate his booty. What about it? What about it? Who cares? Like, whatever. I do find it weird because if y'all notice, she says that Future's alleged baby mama goes off about him after reportedly he stopped paying child support. So now I'm not against. My fault. I'm not against child support or anything like that. But my problem is, why folk come do these type of women, the ones with knowing these dudes got 19 kids and counting, and then they want to throw their hat in the ring like, oh God. But why folk come? Why folk come, Lord? Don't these women come forward and complain about time? I don't get that. I don't get that. They'll come forward and they'll be like, oh, he don't pay child support. He stopped paying child support. He stopped supporting us. He a deadbeat. Not paying child support does not make you a deadbeat dad. Not being a father makes you a deadbeat dad. Like, would you prefer a man helping raise your children, or do you just want a payment? I don't understand. Time is always more important than money, because you don't get time back. You don't get it back. You don't. So I don't understand why they don't complain about the time, because I think that is more important than anything. You'll come forward and say that you're not collecting a check anymore, but you won't come forward and let us know that the reason why your kid is probably effing up in school, or why they are, always getting in some type of trouble or have this chip on their shoulder and whatnot, is because their father isn't present. But instead you were trying to collect a check, and this child is hurting, because it hurts not to have your parent in your life. A lot of people won't admit it, but it does hurt, because you build up a tolerance, and you just become strong to where it's like out of sight, out of mind, type of situation. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't affect us, because it absolutely does. Missing a parent, whether it's a mother or father, still affects you. African limits say, if a dude and us both get with the pre-op trans female, would that make him gay? No, I don't think so at all. Anything to me that gives woman means that that's what he's attracted to. Anything that gives male means he's gay. So if you offered and said, "Hey, I'll bring a pre-op trans female in here," what he's mostly going to be considered on is the fact that she is a woman. That is what, the look that is being given is a woman. So now he may not want to do anything with, anything between her legs and stuff like that, because that means male. So that means, we're giving more of a, of a male presence. So he's probably not going to do that. But if he's doing it, it's because, but I wouldn't say he's gay. Like, no, I wouldn't say that. Now, if he wanted you to go get a dude, then to me, that's gay. To me, that's gay. Because it looked like, what it means that you're attracted to them. But if you're not attracted to anybody that doesn't give woman, then to me, that's not gay. But that's just my opinion. Now, other people may disagree in that. Hey, that's cool. I'm not here to, argue with anybody. But I think that's a really good question. But yeah, I guess it just, depends on the people, I guess. Yeah, and how open-minded people are. So, yeah. So, but yeah, I always find that weird that people don't, these women don't come forward and say anything about the time. Because it seems as if they don't care about it. They don't care about the time. This gives, I just want to check, type of situation. Because if he ain't paying child support, then 9 times out of 10, he's just not present there, right? Because if he's present but not paying child support, that presence definitely matters. So, here flip. But moving right along, I just feel like that was stupid. And Future is not gay, as far as I know. Now, y'all saying something about him being somewhere with a man, y'all let me know. But a heterosexual cis woman eating his booty does not make him gay. So here flip. Who is this? Shenseea. What is it? Shenseea? What? Cheyenne? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her name. But she says, I be horny 99% of the time. I don't know what the F wrong with me. I hope you ain't go to no shrink or nothing, because girl, that's just, you a hoe. It's all right. You a slut. That's, you want it all the time. Shenseea. Then she says Shenseea. All righty. One of y'all is correct. One of y'all are correct. Which one? We don't know. But yeah, so shout out to y'all. All of you are correct. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. But yeah, it definitely is. It's giving rappers. That's what it's giving. Take me, I'm free. So shout out to Shenseea. Gone Girl. That's stupid. I'm like, why is this news? I'm like, oh my goodness. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. So it says Netflix says it will monetize account sharing in 2023. Subscribers will have to pay to share passwords with friends. Now, Netflix, y'all already getting on my nerves. Okay. Ooh, Lord. Just make me itch. Netflix. White people, Netflix. Y'all can't tell us what we're gonna do with our passwords and stuff. Y'all not about to do that. Y'all not about to do that. Back in the day when we go rent a video from Hollywood Video, we'll also let our neighbors watch it too. They didn't charge us twice because we let the neighbors watch it. We got in trouble when we were tape it, and stuff like that. I'm just like, no, y'all tried it. No, y'all tried it. Netflix, y'all tried it. Y'all not about to tell us what we can do with our passwords because y'all not paying for it. What does it matter to you? The subscription is still being paid for. Okay? Because I believe I'm still sharing who password I got. I don't know, I got somebody password. But you're not about to charge me too. No, y'all. They're not about to charge me too. Like, oh my goodness. When you steal cable, you don't get charged for it. Like, what are you doing? No, because they era. They irritate me because now they're already trying to make it so that they drop with the new seasons 1 episode a week, like cable do, instead of dropping the whole season. Now drop the season. Now they talking about we can't share passwords no more. Why? I'm starting to feel like a slave. Y'all about to keep telling us what we gonna do. It's annoying. I said, oh no, they didn't. Oh no, they didn't. So now, if it pop up on my screen, I gotta pay for it. This ain't my account. This old girls. Now y'all trying to charge me. Oh my goodness. Hold on, y'all. Okay, sorry. I was gonna call. But girl, Netflix of the tried it. They of the tried it. I said, oh no, they didn't. Oh no, they didn't. Right. This it's like we might as well just get cable. I was like, oh, the audacity to tell me that I'm gonna have to pay for it. I said, why? I've been stealing y'all services for years. Now they trying to change the game. No. My goodness. So they're trying to force us to pay extra for if we share. Now they're trying to charge us double bubble. No. Now I've been getting it for free for a while. And I done appreciated it. That's a blessing. Now you trying to intervene with the Lord. Because I talked about him about this morning. He said he didn't know. Now you coming in between God's work. Because that is no y'all, because it's a blessing. I done saved a lot of $7, $7.99 a month. A lot of $8.99 a month still in my pocket. Because I feel like they're doing it because of me. Because they know I'm sharing an account. So that's why they're doing it. They said, he got the nerve to survive us and he's sharing an account. Yes. No, because they tried it. That's why I was a little glitchy this morning when I was in there. It was a sign. I said, ain't this right? I look on the computer and they talking about them. So I say, now y'all, they already messing with stuff. So it's very, very personal. Okay? Because I feel like they're doing it because of me. Because they weren't even worried about this. Now all of a sudden they're worried about for what? What you worried about it for? Let us rock. Now they want to let us rock. My God. They putting an extra gate up. And all in all, we don't need no more gates. It's enough gates. Sam said Netflix, Hulu, Disney, by the time you add it up, you paying a whole capability anyway. But there ain't no commercials. It ain't no commercial. Sam, I hate commercials. That commercial thing used to be how they used to be back in the day. Now we ain't got them cute commercials. You know, the ones with the good songs and the good, jingles. You know, we ain't got that no more. And then at night, all they show is the medicine for it's 17 different preps for the gays and all of that. And even on Hulu, that's the only commercial. I was starting to feel like it was a sign. I was like, is y'all trying to tell me something? Because I checked my blood and it was good. Now, when I was sick with COVID and I feel like I couldn't breathe, right. They were just like, oh, well, let's take some of his blood. You know what that means? Take it, bitch, because I might be just fine. There ain't no wrong with me. So I'm just like, I'm sitting here watching these commercials. And, Lord, are you trying to say something? I had to get rid of the commercials. Because it was like, Cerebrax, if you casually have sex, and I'm just like, wait a minute. For you and your partner, if you and I tell my husband, I said, do we need this? Because Because why it the fuck it keep popping up? I mean, because that was like the only commercial. And it's like 6 different kinds. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I want to hear about this all day. I'm just, all day long. It's like they trying to force it in my mind. Hell, made it the doctor's appointment, try to went in there and get on prep because the commercial kept telling me to. So it kept telling my brain all day, like, go get prep, go get prep, go get prep, because you need it. Because hurry up. The next one might be your last one. Go on, get the prep shot. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this. And they better not do nothing to me. So I'll go up there to get the prep. The doctor say no. I'm like, doctor, why? Why for come? Hurry up. Explain this to me. It's because I'm black? Do you want something to happen to me? And then he was like, no. He was like, this is for people that are basically like sluts. He's like, you ain't no hoe. You're not a slut. You know, so you're fine. You don't casually have sex and stuff. You don't do that. You know, so you don't need it. I said, well, what if I wanted to? He was like, you're married. What if I wanted to? I run me some authority. He might piss me off. Who knows? And I might just go on a whole street for a week. I hear like these niggas be. What if I want to? He was like, well, then come back then. I was like, you just trying to pull my card. He was just saying a little bit. So, but yeah, so I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it because I'm gonna sleep with one person. So you're gonna sleep with one person, you don't need it. So I'm just like, oh, boring. So I'm like, so this commercial for what? I'm just like, oh, they could have been said that. They could have been, because I had no idea. I just thought you'd just take it. You know, it's like, no, it's if you have a lot of partners. That's free. You know, so I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. So they denied me, y'all. They didn't let me get it. Just like Netflix trying to deny me now. Trying to deny me of this damn password sharing. They got me effed up. I don't appreciate this next of the flicks. But moving right along. Moving right along. Oh, it's Young Jock the idiot. Let's listen.
They're accountability partners. And I say that to say, see, you saw what you just said, she be beating his ass. Instantly, they'll be separated if he put his hands on him. He gonna have charges. People gonna come down on him. They're like, no, this ain't happening. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. And it won't be promoted as heavily. But somewhere in there, they're like, well, he Blueface. He got this crazy ass little girl. She look toxic, but he's sticking it out with her. She going crazy on him. She's lashing out. She's feeling away. She's emotional. They're both all over the place, but you don't see them run into other people. They run back to the arms of themselves. They're accountability partners.
What?
I didn't stutter. They're accountability partners. And I say that to say, see, you saw what you just said, she be beating his ass. Instantly, they'll be separated if he put his hands on him. He gonna have charges. People gonna come down on him. They're like, no, this ain't happening. No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
He's put his hands on her. They're like, you're weird. He literally punched her. Like, we saw it. Like, it's on video. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Ever since you permed your hair that one time, Jock, with the Mimi in the Trap with 37 kids is going down. Mimi in the mall with all 3 sets of triplets you got is going down. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. And they do not take accountability. It's the main reason why I feel like Krishan doesn't really reply to anybody's messages and the things that they say or blogs when they post things, or bloggers, because she knows she's wrong. She knows that her behavior is bad, and she knows the same thing with Blueface. Both of them should be ashamed of themselves, the both of them. Both of them are embarrassments. If I was related to Blueface, I would not tell anybody. If I was related to Krishan, I wouldn't tell anybody. I wouldn't feel like that was bragging rights to be like, Krishan, my cousin. No, I'm good. They'd be like, Krishan on what? I'd be like, who? Who? Because to me, she's mad embarrassing, like literally. So she done beat up his mama and sister. He done beat up her daddy, and it's gross. It's beyond gross They do not take accountability for the things that they do, because when you're taking accountability for something, that means you want to change your behavior. Their behavior gets worse. That's why I don't like talking about them, because I feel like they're horrible representations of people that are in a relationship. They give their relationship is a walking, talking red flag. Their entire relationship is a walking, talking red flag. These two people are abusive, manipulative, controlling, insecure. They're all of those things. He got mama issues. His mama basically allegedly want to sleep with him. If she loved him so much that she wouldn't mind marrying him herself. And then you got Krishan, who's just weird and has a lot of issues with her family and whatnot. Haven't worked out any of those things. All Krishan does is drink to drink away the pain, because she doesn't want to discuss it, because she doesn't know how. So since she doesn't know how to talk about it, she's just going to keep burying it and doing the things that make her feel good. So it is what it is. And to her, being in an extremely toxic relationship it absolutely is. I mean, you're leaking your own ex tapes, and whatnot. You already know there's some screws loose. So yeah, hair flip. I just, like I said, I do not like Krishan at all. I feel that Krishan is a horrible example for young girls, especially, and they be looking up to this trash. And then you got Blueface, who should have been got beat up. Like, because there's no way I could be one of Krishan's male cousins or brothers or anything like that and not have put hands on him. Like it's going down. Like it absolutely is. But I would kind of be wrong for that, because Krishan has done her own things. Like I couldn't be a female cousin or a sister of Blueface and not have put my hands on Krishan. There's no way. She's mad disrespectful and she oversteps. But it's the same thing with Blueface's mom and sister. They're disrespectful and they overstep too. So it is what it is. I just feel like neither one of them should be looked up to. There's no pedestal. Nobody needs to be congratulating them on the things that they've done to each other, and try to, even with Tyga and his new song, like "Ride for Me Like Krishan." I'm like, y'all are idiots. Like, the only thing y'all promoting is y'all want a girl like Krishan, a girl that's gonna be stupid and drunk all the time and let you do what you want to do. Anytime she's sitting there at a bar having a drink, and this nigga in his baby mama bed, then he in this new random girl bed, he's sleeping with all of these girls, and you still like, you don't make him go get tested or nothing. It's just, come on back in. You've been mine all the time. Like, that's what y'all want. Y'all want a girl that is beautifully insecure. That is what y'all want. Y'all want Tyga, want a girl that's gonna be passive and just let him do whatever he wants while being a pretty girl, and whatnot, and just let him run all over her. And it's the same thing with Young Jock. Who hasn't he cheated on? What girl has Young Jock been with and he has never cheated? That's all he do is cheat. So in his eyes, he would love to have a girl like Krishan. I'd love to have a girl that's just gonna let him roam, run amok, do his thing, and she's still gonna be right there fighting for him. Somebody say something negative about him, still tapping his name and all of that on him, and all face all over her body, all of that, and just being dumb, because Krishan's young, so she'll learn, as time progresses. Hopefully, because some people don't, but hopefully she'll learn and she'll get what he throwing. She'll catch what Blueface is throwing, and same thing with Blueface, because I feel like he needs to be away from her too. Like, get away from her. Like, it's going to come to a point to where it's going to be something that can't be fixed, something that can't be swept under the rug. It is neither one of them, both of them being physically abusive to each other, especially when you go too far, it's always too late. So when you take it too far, there's no turning back. So hands are going to turn to objects, and objects are going to turn to something completely different. Okay? So they don't need to be breaking up because one of them passed away, because that's what it's volatile on both ends. Both of them are abusive, all of that. This is literally a domestic violence relationship filled with it. And people are glorifying it instead of telling them, like, look, this isn't good. Y'all, this is not normal. Nothing y'all going through is average. Everything y'all going through can turn into something deadly. So it would be best if y'all just separated. As much as they are different, they're a lot alike. Just like Blueface ain't gonna let nobody put his hands on him, neither is Krishan. They're gonna fight back instead of separating. So, but it is what it is. So yeah, I find Krishan vile, and yeah, she's literally a beautiful girl that just done trashed herself out. She's just complete trash. That's just how it is. It's that simple. And I don't care if she don't like it because I say it to her face. I absolutely would. So yeah, move right along. So I'm sure there's gonna be some ex-neighbors that's gonna be very upset about this. Ooh, Lord, she's gonna be over there throwing stuff against the wall, all of that. Corey Hardrick says he loves his beautiful wife. Amid divorce announcement, it's all love. Just know that. Mm, It's gonna be an ex-neighbor that's gonna be real pissed off about this. Oh, let's get into
American homecoming. Okay. Um, Continue to support the show. All right. I appreciate y'all. Coach Marcus sending nothing but love. It's love, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all for real. Okay. I love my beautiful family. Love my kids. Love my wife. I love all you guys. Just know that. It's all love. Okay. I love you guys. All right. Tune in tonight. All American Homecoming on the CW. But make sure y'all watch All American first. And then
Corey, I ain't got cable. I don't have cable. I'm talking about. I don't have cable. Hopefully it's on Hulu or something like that. I don't have cable. I'm still trying to keep my password for Netflix so I can watch it on there, Corey. So Corey said his wife, not ex-wife, he said wife. He said he loved her, everything's good. Okay, all love, right? So I was in this live. I was in this live and I was letting him know that it's an ex-neighbor that's looking for him. I said, she looking for you. She looking for you. Your ex-neighbor that stayed down the street but next door at the same time. She looking for you. Go get her. So so I told Corey that in the chat, okay? And then I told him in a couple of other different ways, right? So of course he saw my message, but he don't know her. Moving right along. So he definitely saw my messages, and I'm just gonna put it to you like this. He don't know her. Moving right along. So before we were rudely interrupted by a fake exclusive. Monique Samuels. Yes. Shout out to Monique. Go on, girl. Now y'all know I love Real Housewives of Potomac. I know Monique is not on the show anymore, but I love Monique. I just love her. I think she's so beautiful. I love how she beat people up. It was amazing. She did her thing. She did her thing. I love how she drug old girl over that damn table. So shout out to my girl, Monique Samuels, undefeated. Now Ashley Darby from the show Real Housewives of Potomac came forward and said that she had a lunch-in with Monique Samuels, and Monique told her that her and her husband, Monique and her husband, Chris, we're headed down the road of divorce, that they, will be separating or maybe separating, things like that. So, of course, Monique, with her beautiful self, she was annoyed. She was annoyed that Ashley said that. So let's get into these couple clips. Oh, Lord, we're back to Corey. Let's get to these couple clips. Monique and her husband talking about some, they're working things out allegedly in some sort. So let's get into it.
They had the audacity to reach out to my publicist and they said, hey, can we get a statement? My publicist is like, this isn't true. No. And they said, well, we're going to run with the story anyway. That's what they said. We're going to run with the story anyway, right? This is what you call unethical journalism. All right. They're supposed to be a credible source. And they said, we're going to run with the story anyway.
No fact check. None of that. I said, Lord, thank you for a strong woman that held me down when I was asleep for 12 years. Literally, not 12 years. And that was after I retired. 12 years. Stop it, girl. But no, seriously, I said, Lord, thank you. When God gives you a helpmate, he gave me the perfect helpmate. Because literally when I was in sleep mode, not passionate about anything, and I put a stamp on everything of what I provided.
People Magazine ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Yep.
They created an article. It's beautiful in the Shenandoah. It's awesome. And y'all, Chris, what you got to say about this?
Shop may leave.
Got back from hiking all day. It was beautiful in the Shenandoah. It's awesome. And y'all, Chris, what you got to say about this?
Shop may leave.
Got back.
Now, Monique, you are gorgeous, right? But I feel like y'all lying. I do feel like there's trouble in paradise. You guys have been married for a very long time. And no different than Tia and her husband, Corey. There's rumors out there that they reconciled and that they're staying together and whatnot. And I do not believe that that is true, because Tia would not come forward to state that she's getting divorced and not come forward and state that they've reconciled. Because now her fans and everybody feel like, you know, her and Corey are getting a divorce. Because Tia ain't came forward and said nothing about we're still together, we're staying together. She ain't saying nothing like that. So as far as I'm concerned, they're still getting divorced until Tia comes forward with further notice, or Corey, and states that we've reconciled or we're still together. In my eyes, they're still going to get divorced. Corey could be calling Tia his wife because they are still married, you know, until they sign the papers and walk away type of situation, they're still married. So that's still my wife, you know, type of situation. That's true because they've separated. So, but they're still married. So sometimes people work things out, sometimes they don't. So, and I feel like it's the same thing with Monique. I feel that she may have had a certain conversation and have said certain things to Ashley. I do feel that way. I don't feel like Ashley's lying because they get along. Why would you sit down with this girl and then you trust her enough to sit down with her, but don't trust to tell her things? Like, I do feel that way. I think Monique didn't care really if she said it to the women of Potomac because she's not on the show. So why would she be a topic? Why they're not gonna make Monique a storyline? She's not. This is why this is happening on social media and not the show, because Monique isn't on the show. So like, what do we care? That her and Chris are getting a divorce. If we don't get to film it, we don't want to talk about it. You know, we don't care. You know, type of situation. So I do feel that there may be trouble in paradise. When you're married for that long, there's sometimes you just, like with Tia and Hardrick, I feel like they've outgrown each other. And I feel like it's the same thing with Monique and her husband, Chris. I feel like Monique outgrew him a long time ago. And what I mean by that, Chris gives that he don't mind sitting in the house all day, you know, and stuff like that. He may be active in things that is related to his career. But other than that, I feel like Chris is boring. Like, and that's just my opinion. Maybe to, you know, Monique, he's not boring. But Monique gives me young and vibrant, you know, like she gives me that type of energy. She gives me the energy that she wouldn't mind being out here, you know, on the strip and on here and there with the man and being seen and stuff like that. She's a beautiful woman. So I feel like she's more outgoing than Chris. Chris is way more laid back. And I feel like Monique is a very outgoing woman, you know, and wants to do more and be more. And honestly, I feel like Chris had been holding Monique back for a very long time, trying to cage her in, you know, as a wife and mother, her only roles. Wife and mom, the only two roles that you get. Like, she had to put her music on the back shelf. She had to put her other careers that she wanted to do on the back shelf, being married to Chris, because Chris was, you know, the athlete, you know, the star. So just like the rest of the people in Chris's life, she felt the need to cater to him, you know, as well. You know, like, this is my husband. I can afford to, you know, just be a housewife and stay at home. But that doesn't mean that a person doesn't have dreams and, you know, want to be someone and want to see their name on that star walk one day, you know, their name in the star one day. Like, you know, it doesn't mean that that goes away. You just kind of suppress it. So I feel that Monique wants to be free. And I think that Chris kind of holds her down. I do. I feel like he's a weight instead of support. I feel like he is a weight. He'll only support things that's more beneficial to him as well. So if I give you this support, opening like an online store, this or that, and this keeps you at home, then I'll support it. But if it's something that takes you outside, I don't want to support that. Like, I don't feel like it was Monique's choice to leave the Real Housewives of Potomac. I feel like it was Chris. I feel like it was his decision. I feel that Chris said he was not going back. He wasn't signing another contract. And Monique know without Chris, without being a housewife, that you know, their package deal, you know. So they, you know, the show wanted the both of them because they didn't get fired, they quit. So yeah, I feel like Chris is the reason. I feel like, because Chris don't like being embarrassed, none of that type of stuff. None of that. If you notice any episodes where Chris's family was around my girl, Monique, that he would basically try to keep her on hush, type of situation. But he'll let his mama say anything to Monique, and she was very disrespectful to Monique, laughing at her, saying all type of things. She was very disrespectful to Monique, and Monique will, just hold it in and just be that Stepford wife to keep the peace, so that she didn't upset her husband. So, yeah, again, I think that Chris holds Monique back, and I think that Monique is annoyed that Ashley said something because one, she probably didn't think she would. And two, I think she's annoyed by it because this was told at BravoCon. So it wasn't like on the show where Housewives of Potomac. It was at BravoCon, which is like I don't know, it's kind of like a reunion without being a reunion. And they bring like the housewives from all the seasons and they all sit down and talk, whatnot, and answer questions from the fans and stuff like that. So this is where Ashley stated this information that Monique and her husband Chris may be headed down the road of divorce. So, of course, Monique is going to be mad. I would be mad too, but I think Monique's mad because she don't want Chris to know. Honestly, if it's not true, it's just simply not true. What y'all so mad at? Y'all ain't on the show no more. What y'all so upset about? This ain't gonna get national news. I mean, unless y'all make it bigger. But other than that, like I said, I think Monique does want to divorce Chris. I do, and I felt like that even before she left the show. So yeah, because he don't really support her how a husband should. It's how I feel. He supports her, but not how a husband should support his wife. So yeah, but moving right along, Monique girl. Go ahead and tell the girls that it's a wrap. Go ahead and tell the girls that it's a wrap. Like, this was cute, but it's over with. This was cute, but it's over. She's beautiful. So Monique is one beautiful woman. I feel like I skipped something. Boom, I did. So Kanye's drink champs with o.r.e. YouTube took it down, right? So Kanye said a lot of offensive things inside of the Drink Champs, and he also said a lot of things that could get o.r.e.'s platform sued. People need to pay attention. These people are on the same platform as us. So if the rules apply to us, the rules apply to them. So if Star Marie can't go sit on Tasha K's show and say all of these allegations with no facts backing what she's saying, he don't get to do it either. Okay, so Kanye doesn't get to go sit down on that show and say the things that he said about Jewish people, say the things that he said about Drake allegedly sleeping with Kris Jenner, say the things that he said about George Floyd and the fentanyl. You don't get to go say these things, especially without no receipts to back what you're saying. You're backing this receipt off of George Floyd because you watched Candace, I Don't Like Black People, Owens documentary? Like, what? That's not based off of fact. That's not based off of logic, something you know that we don't. Oh, we saw that knee for over 7 minutes. We saw it. Look, what are you talking about? I'm like, this is crazy. What this man is saying. So you don't get to go say all of these things, these slanderous things about people, and nothing be done. Nothing be done. Because there was all type of, he went on there and said F. Diddy, which runs Revolt, and whatnot, big platform on YouTube. So you got a lot of people reporting you. You got the Kardashian clan reporting this video. You got, and then Chris, and then you got George Floyd's family. And then you got all of these people at once saying, take this video down. YouTube is going to oblige. It's just, you're causing too much trouble for us within this moment. It's going to get to the point to where a lawsuit can be put up on, especially o.r.e. He could be sued, for what Kanye is sitting here saying, especially with no facts. So it wasn't cool for Kanye to go on there and do that. Like, this is another black man's platform, which you can clearly see with the whole White Lives Matter and all of this other crazy stuff that he's going and saying around about Jewish people and whatnot. You could tell that cuckoo. It gets to a point where you have to stop protecting a person and try to understand them. We can't protect Kanye anymore, I feel, because we don't understand him. Black people love making excuses for people. Oh, and he ain't been the same since his mama passed away. Is he the only person on earth that lost a mother? Michael died. Paris and them are fine. Paris ain't live talking about this and that. Prince Michael ain't live talking about some this and that. this person slept with this person, this didn't happen to George Floyd. Their parent passed, and they were young. They were young. Kanye went to college, all of that. Like, you got a good life with your mom. You absolutely did. You had her longer than most people do. Like, I'm tired of that. That's an excuse. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Nothing. Like, cut that out. Like that. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Because I'm sure Donna, if she was alive, she wouldn't appreciate it. Because what would y'all excuse? Because he'd still be the same way. Y'all act like God rest that woman's soul. But if she was alive, he'd still be the same way. Like, girl, y'all talk about his mama more than he do. I'm annoyed. That's all. Like, leave that woman alone. Like, let her rest in peace. Stop it. That is an excuse. Because he was fine when he was courting Kim, all of that. Didn't nobody calling Kanye crazy. When nobody calling him none of that. When he was courting Kim, rapping about her in songs, she a whole married woman. She a whole married woman, married to Chris Humphries. But he's saying in songs how he still want to smash, how he still want to be with her, how he this and that. What? How you get him is how you lose them. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you can't rip her from a relationship and then think that you're going to be the one that she stays with. Well, this is what she's known for. Like, this is what she do. Who are you? Because you have a Yeezy. You feel like God. You're not him, though. You may feel like him, nigga, but you're not him. You're not. So I'm tired of making excuses for Kanye and trying to understand him. I don't. I do not understand him. I'm not about to diagnose him, none of that, because I ain't no damn doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm none of those things. And ain't none of y'all last in the chat, even if you ain't studied Kanye and sat down with him and had a conversation with him to try to see where all this comes from. I don't give a damn if you had a client like him. Everybody's different. And you as a doctor should know that. You as a doctor should know that. Not everybody gets the same prescriptions. That's for a reason. But sometimes they have the same problem. Why are you giving this one downers and giving this one uppers? And they have the same problem. They're both depressed. But this one gets downers and this one gets upper, but they have the same problem. So that means that everybody's different. That's what that means. So stop trying to diagnose him like you hoes know him. Y'all weird. And y'all make ish worse. Like, y'all don't make it better. Trying to find excuses. This is why he acts how he acts. See, I found it. No, you can't. You have to talk to him to figure that out. You have to. I never spoke to Kanye. And if so, it ain't been nothing about that. Not nothing about his mental state and why he feels that he says the things he says and has the antics that he has. Why folk come to none of his stories make sense to nobody but him. He says stories like we know. He said of the stuff with the fentanyl and whatnot about George Floyd, like we knew that. No, last we knew what took him out was that knee. That knee took him out. And you saying that the fentanyl did it, then that means Derek Chauvin is in jail for no reason then, right? White Lives Matter? Doesn't that mean Derek is innocent? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done trying to figure Kanye out. I'm not about to defend him. I don't need no clout. I don't need to be on none of his platforms. I don't need to take no picture with him, be featured on no song with him. None of that. All company ain't good money. Company just like all good money ain't good money. I mean, all money ain't good money. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like I'm over it. Like I'm done with Kanye. Done with him. Like literally, he's trash. So it's how I look at Kanye. I'm tired of trying to understand him. It's over. Like that part of my life is done. I feel like this is a bad breakup. I'm done with that part of my life. So it says, y'all forgive o.r.e. He apologizes for Drink Champ's interview with Kanye after social users say podcast should be canceled. Now, there's people going around saying that o.r.e.'s Drink Champs, which is an amazing show. Shout out to o.r.e. And I want to backtrack on Choice TV. I love Choice TV. I love him. Subscribe. Been watching him for years. Shout out to Choice. I was just using him as an example earlier. Because you know how that can go on YouTube. Oh, Sean was over there talking about your Choice. No, I wasn't. I was just using Choice as an example. There's no beef. Love him down. I love Choice TV. You can look at my other videos. I've also stated that I love Choice TV. So don't try it. But anyways, so Drink Champs is an amazing show. We love Drink Champs. They've had some great interviews from a lot of great people. And I don't feel like Drink Champs should be canceled because Kanye is weird. I don't feel like Drink Champs should be canceled because Kanye don't want to take his meds anymore. Like I don't feel that way. I really don't, because he don't want to be calm, cool, and collected. He run around acting like, I mean, he already tried to run for president. Like, y'all got to realize that Kanye. So I don't want to call him crazy because I feel like a lot of people already call him crazy. So I don't want to call him that. But again, I'm not defending him. And Drink Champs should go nowhere. It's a great show. And N.O.r.e didn't do anything wrong. And like N.O.r.e said, I thought I had control. Having Kanye, nobody has control. No one. No one. No one. This is why he is such a threat, because you just never know what he's going to say. Some things true, some things we don't know where it's come from. It's just a theory, but Kanye said as if it's fact, you know. So that's what makes it so. But they're doing everything in their power to cancel him. They keep taking his Twitter and his IG. They keep taking his interviews down on YouTube, because he also did another interview. I don't know if it's an interview or just him talking on a podcast, but it was on a YouTube channel called Yay, because a lot of people were sending it to me, and I was watching it, and it literally got cut while I was listening to it. So like because it was a live, either premiere or something like that on the just YEA channel. But if you type in Kanye on YouTube, then it just pops up right underneath this, because I believe it's his channel. And N.O.r.e even shared it on IG and stuff and said that the interview was back up and whatnot. And it got taken down again. So, but to me, it seemed like two different interviews, because I'm just like, this. I mean, he was saying a lot of crazy stuff, like this. It's a current interview, but it didn't sound like the one that he did with Kanye, N.O.r.e and Kanye. So I was confused about that. But yeah, anyway, so let's listen to N.O.r.e.
Have an audience, and
But do you think?
I felt like I had control. You know, I felt like I had control. So, and then at the time, it's like, you know, I've been the guy that they said blackballed. You know, I've been the guy that they didn't let in Hot 97. I've been the guy that wasn't allowed in MTV, BT studios, Viacom studios. So I've been there. So I was thinking of that. I was saying, you know what? I felt like I was blackballed before. So let me let this guy speak. And I did let him speak. And it's a 3-hour interview. It was only 2 minutes of it where I didn't have control of it. You know what I'm saying? So am I apologetic? Yes, I'm super apologetic. It's a learning lesson for me. I've never faced this before, but I want to say that I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I can sit there. I can say, yo, you know, that's only Kanye West, and it's only what he said. But I have a responsibility when I have an audience. And
But do you think?
I felt like I had control. You know, I feel like I had control. So
N.O.r.e is right. He does have a responsibility with his audience, so he just can't have just anything out there. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the reason why George Floyd's family is suing, because a lot of people feel like, oh no, Kanye be telling the truth. Everything he's saying, the Hollywood just don't want him to talk. It's the Illuminati, you know, and all these people, they don't want him to speak. They keep silencing him. Blah blah blah. What? Like, what? No. You don't just get to just say anything. This is the problem with Kanye saying what he said about George Floyd, is because people will just believe him. Just because he's a public figure, he makes a lot of money, like he's famous, like a big public figure, a megastar, and people are going to believe the things that he says. So if you're going around on the scale of fame that you have and saying these things, especially about our loved one, people will believe you. They will believe Kanye. They absolutely will. And what he said about George Floyd, total lie. Total lie. But people will run around and say that. People will run around and be like, Kanye said it was ethanol. It was ethanol that took him out. Like, people will run with that. People will run around and say, free Derek Chauvin, because Kanye told us the truth. And what happened to George. Like, that's crazy. Like, I can understand y'all believing what he's saying about other celebrities. Like when he said Drake F. Kris Jenner. Possible. Possible. I'm not going to take it from him. But you saying what you said about George Floyd, crazy. Crazy. This man fighting for his life on camera. fighting for his life, stating how many times that he could not breathe. And you want to take that and say that ain't what did it, this is what actually did. Either way, they put it in him then, right? Didn't they inject him with it? That's still murder. Gross. I'm like, why would you even fix your chubby mouth? Get a lipo again. Why would you even fix your fat ass mouth, Kanye, to even say something like that? Shave that beard. It's gross. You getting food and stuff caught in is nasty. So it's just like, I'm just like over it. I'm just like, why would you even say something like that? Shout out to Who Cares for the super sticker. Thank you so much. But it's just like, no, like, what is this problem? What is this problem? Candace is a white woman stuck in a black woman's body. Candace ain't got a receipt of shit. I promise you. I would never trust somebody that loves Trump. Why do you think I have a hard time with him? And even Trump himself came forward and said Kanye crazy. No, I don't believe anything that comes out of Candace Owens' mouth about black people. She can't tell me shit about my people. A bitch that don't even want to beat us gonna tell me about us? That bitch ain't FUBU. No. No, she is not for us, by us. Candace Owens can't tell me nothing. Nothing. There will be no news I get from Candace ever about black people. She cannot tell me anything about my people. She can't. Because I'm proud to be here. She's not. So yeah, no bitch that can't stand her own skin gonna ever make me feel no way about my people. No. That bitch will never give me no news. Y'all go keep collecting it from her. I ain't knocking her. I ain't no hater. Go talk to her. Go support her. Go do all of that. I don't. Somebody that hate us. Yeah. She has receipts. Receipts of what? Take her by. Like a receipt is something that is everywhere. Not something that just that hoe got. Not something just that hoe got. Oh, she just got it. It's exclusive. No, ain't none of that motherfucking exclusive. Nah. Oh no. Oh no. You back there digging in case 5. Because Trump gave you a certain clearance. The same one that built a wall. You sitting there with a White Lives Matter shirt on, but ain't never wore a black one. Y'all can get y'all news from her if y'all want to. Candace kiss my black ass. She absolutely can. She's a disgrace. Move right, and she may feel that I'm wrong. And what's she gonna do about it? And what's she gonna do about it? Move right along. So let's get into the actual interview. Here, let's get into the interview. There's a clip, so it's still up. So this is what Kanye said about George Floyd.
They said was, they want a tall guy like me. They want a tall guy like me. And the day when he died, he said a prayer for, 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. He said a prayer for 8 minutes. They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. When he said mama is his girlfriend. They said he screamed for his mama. Mama was his girlfriend. It's in the documentary. But something that hit me, that fucked me up when I was watching the documentary, and it said, they want a tall guy like me. When I looked at that image of him, this tall black dude with the bald head, he reminded me of somebody else. Who do you think he reminded me of?
Virgil.
He reminded me of Virgil. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna cry in front of y'all because that's how they get me, right?
Right.
But I know that we lost him. And I know that this white company, Louis Vuitton, is now making statues of him, like as a martyr. And we don't know why.
Not Louis Vuitton, this white company. You just had on White Lives Matter shirts. Please stop trying to act woke. That it annoys me. Like, it's just like, how are you talking about what Louis Vuitton, somebody you feel that is against black people, are doing? But you're literally just wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. What are you talking about? What? Who's more supportive of white people than you? Get it together. Get it together. This is what makes them look like a liar, like a huge hypocrite. A huge hypocrite. And y'all want to say he telling the truth. This is why they try to silence him. What? All right. Goofies.
Exactly. We say it's cancer.
But I mean, all right. I want to be careful with this subject because.
Wait a second, but tell me, could you even really run this interview? Because
Hi, Melanie. Girl, no, you might want to just leave for a little while because we breaking this down. So if it upsets you, I'm sorry, sweetie. Leave for a while. That's all I can tell you. But we breaking this down. We breaking this down. We breaking this down, sweetie. You might want to sit this.
Because Mav didn't run my interview.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They blocked me out. The Jewish media blocked me out. This shit lit, right? I'm lit, right? I'm lit.
Right.
I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? JP Morgan, I put $140 million into JP Morgan and they treated me like shit. So if JP Morgan Chase is treating me like that, how they treating the rest of y'all?
That's outrageous, yeah. And this murder arrest for Chase accounts. Yeah.
Again, you saying these white people treating you so bad. I put 150 million in an account. They still treat me badly. But you have on a White Lives Matter shirt. It's the people that try to make white people look like the devil, but support the devil at the same time. You're weird. You're weird. Like this doesn't make any sense. Like you can't be pro anything black right now. It's better that you just shut up, and speak on other topics, because every time you open your mouth, you make it worse and worse and worse. Jewish, just like black people, when white people are speaking, don't like to be called black people. I'm sure Jewish people don't like to be called that, either. Jewish people, it's just you're targeting an audience instead of targeting one person. So if you know of a Jewish person, because he's not his race, he's a person. Just like black people, we're not a race, we're a person. We're a person first, we're human first. And then our nationality, race, or whatever, then those things come into play. But I'm a human before I'm anything. So for him to not find that disrespectful is annoying to me, because I think a lot of black people are like that. They don't mind saying white people this, white people that, this and this and this and that and this and that and this and that. But then as soon as somebody says, a black this or a black that, it's a problem. Instantly. Why I gotta be? Well, it's no different than you. Like you're mad prejudiced, like against a lot of other races and nationalities, but you want respect from those same races and nationalities. That doesn't make sense. You can't sit there and hate white people, and you hate them because they're not respecting you and giving you the things you feel that you are due and things, and that doesn't fix anything. That's why racism is still alive, because it's all of us. It's not just white people. Like, no, because if a white person is very respectful, they're not racist or prejudiced or anything like that, we still have a tone against them without them even speaking. We just feel like, because you white or blah, 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 if they get a promotion over us, it's instantly, it's because they're white, instantly, So if a white person says that, you only got the promotion because they need a quota. They need a certain amount of, ethnic people to have certain, positions here. Otherwise, discriminations, and stuff like that. So it's like, but if they say that, they're racist. But if you say as a black person, they got it because they're white, that's fine. Because your ancestors, not you, but your ancestors went through slavery. So you're entitled to say those things. No, it's a mind thing. Like we all have to break the cycle. That's the only way it's going to go away. Otherwise, it's going to be here forever. It's going to be here forever. Honestly, it's going to be here forever. And so black people, I feel like the majority of us, until we take life by the horn and actually force things into our life, will them into existence instead of feeling like we're not getting them, because like how a lot of black men are, it's the man, it's the man, it's the man, it's the man. But you at home, we get food stamps. Like, what are you doing to fight the power? Like, what are you doing? You can't do this and you can't do that because of white people? Like, you ain't even tried. Like, you still sit here. Like, what are you actually doing to say that somebody's holding you back from? So that's what I said. Take life by the horn and see that we can get what we want. We may have to work harder for it, but we still deserve it. And that's all that matters. Instead of blaming somebody and using that as an excuse to hold yourself back. So it's the same thing with Kanye. How you coming forward saying all of this stuff about white people, Jewish people, all of these things, but you got on a White Lives Matter t-shirt. Like, that makes no sense at all. You're clearly in support of them and the things that they do and the treatment that black people get. Even so much to see her at the same time, he literally is teeter-tottering. One moment he's talking about somehow George Floyd was praying for 8 minutes instead of screaming for him, basically trying to scream for his life, but didn't even have enough oxygen to do that for 8 minutes. And they did this. That's disrespectful, like on so many different levels. So many different levels. If Louis Vuitton is making statues and stuff out of George Floyd, guess who made that matter? Black people. We made it matter enough to where Louis Vuitton want to do a statue of a black man that lost his life innocently that we fought for. The world fought for George Floyd. You have protests all around the world for George Floyd. And then you and Candace think that y'all, because the Black Lives Matter, because those big round hoes sat there and decided to steal all of the money instead of place it into Black communities and things of trying to make less equalities, inequalities, I should say. Less inequalities. That's what this for. We get it. But you're not going to take that and trash everything about Black Lives Matter because them bitches wanted to steal. That's on them. That's on them. It doesn't mean that the Black Lives Matter cause does not matter. Those three court gestures are not going to ruin it for the majority. They're not going to make us not want to unite and come together because Candace Owens feels like all Black people do is steal. They never cared about George Floyd. Black Lives Matter, and all they wanted was the money. Who is they? It's a few people. You act like 20, 30,000 Black people was all involved in this Black Lives Matter scam. No, it was not like that. So she need to cut it. That's why I don't listen to nothing Candace say. You can. I'll pass. So yeah, what happened? It didn't. It shouldn't have. But we don't need to keep placing spotlight over just to make us look bad, because that's what she wants to do. It's like having that cousin that's in and out of jail, and y'all having a pristine event, and y'all already know he ain't gonna be right. Like he don't need me to be here. That's how she's trying to treat us. Don't invite them to the barbecue. Type of situation. No, she's gross, and so is Kanye. He should have never said any of these things. He shouldn't have. And instead of letting what happened, because he's a Black man. They just trying to bury him. They just trying to this. They just trying to that. Are you not listening to what he's saying? Being Black has nothing to do with it. No, this is just him. He just so happens to be Black. That's all that is. Because the majority of us Black people do not agree with the things that he's saying. We don't. We absolutely don't. But let's keep listening.
That's what I'm saying. I am outraged. By the time people they want to calm it down.
Because no matter what, you didn't break no law.
I didn't break a law.
No matter
I didn't
what,
break a law.
The bank shouldn't be a judge or jury on anything that's
but
going
this
on.
It's like a social contract. Candace Owens has a word for it. I'm forgetting. But it's basically like they told Candace Owens she couldn't hang out with me. I watched the George Floyd documentary that Candace Owens put up. One of the things that his two roommates said was, they want a tall guy like me. They want a tall guy like me. And the day when he died, he said a prayer for, 8 minutes. He said a prayer for 8 minutes. They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. When he said mama is his girlfriend. They said he screamed for his mama. Mama was his girlfriend. It's in the documentary. But something that hit me, that fucked me up when I was watching the documentary, and it said they want a tall guy like me. When I looked at that image of him, this tall Black dude with the bald head, he reminded me of somebody else. Who you think he reminded me of?
Virgil.
He reminded me of Virgil. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna cry in front of y'all because that's how they get me, right?
Right.
But I know that we lost him. And I know that this white company, Louis Vuitton, is now making statues of him, like as a martyr. And we don't know why exactly. We say it's cancer.
But I mean, all right. I want to be careful with this subject because.
Wait a second, but tell me, could you even really run this interview? Because Mav didn't run my interview.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They blocked me out. The Jewish media blocked me out. This shit lit, right? I'm lit, right? I'm lit. I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? JP Morgan, I put 100.
And then here comes the lawsuit. Boom. And then the lawsuit comes right after. George Floyd's daughter reportedly files a $250 million lawsuit against Kanye for his comments on George Floyd's passing. Now let's get into their attorney real quick and what he had to say. Ooh, not you. The attorney.
Really extremely disappointed. And it's I guess a bit strange to be continually disappointed by Kanye West, but I didn't hear about his statements until Sunday morning when the brother of George Floyd, Flonis, gave me a call and said he was irate. He was extremely hurt by the statements that Kanye West made. I had to go look up the interview and see that he was now blaming a drug overdose, a theory that was well debunked in court, as you all pointed out, something that is clearly not the reason that George Floyd died. He died as a result of Derek Chauvin's knee and the other officers compressing his body in a prone position. And now he's promulgating those statements anew in a way that it almost seemed designed to cause the family distress. And so they reached out to me, specifically his brother, and asked that we begin to investigate whether or not we can restrain him from making such statements and hold him accountable for the misinformation that he's putting out there.
How serious are they about doing something against Kanye West?
I know that Philonis Floyd, for example, was bothered that I said we were considering lawsuit. He is absolutely committed to bringing lawsuit, and I've heard from other members of the family who are represented by various parties saying that they are absolutely 100% moving forward with litigation against Kanye West and anyone else who would defame George Floyd and his reputation.
Now this TMZ, they ain't about to look, because TMZ be tripping. They don't really like you playing anything it is, imagery, nothing. They don't like it. So the family is very so much serious about going forward with this lawsuit against Kanye, and I feel as they should. I do. I feel like they should sue Kanye because, again, Kanye is a big star, and there are conspiracists, especially ones that do commentary, that are eating up what Kanye just said. They running with that like no other. All of the theories that are already being placed out there to try to go with what Candace is trying to push in this documentary. So it's already people out there doing a bunch of commentary and even trying to look at where they said it was happening and looking at Derek's knee and all of this stuff. And what they don't realize is this can open up a bigger conversation. If this story gets some type of validity placed on it, then that means that Derek Chauvin can be freed. It could be, I'm telling you, he would have options in trying to get time lessened and things of that nature if there's some type of proof of George, because what I'm gathering is they're trying to say that George was high when he went down there. You know, not that, because I don't know where Kanye gets, because before George Floyd when George Floyd had passed away, there were rumors going around that he was on, certain drugs and whatnot. None of that was proven. None of it. So, because the autopsy and whatnot stated that he didn't have anything in his system, especially anything like that would alter, decisions and stuff, decision-making skills. So he wasn't on nothing like that. But if Kanye and Candace can make it seem as if Derek Chauvin was telling the truth in court and that he did not have his knee on his neck like that and he actually passed away, because no, it's like the video is cut and clear. He rested upon that man's neck, because if he didn't have his knee on his neck, then why didn't George just get up? Why wouldn't he just stand up or try to roll over? Like what are you talking about? I'm like, no, that's how he was holding him down. He didn't have his hand on any other part of his body. Then why was George so still? If there was no, besides him moving his upper body, trying to breathe, why was he so still if there was no knee? That's how he was subduing him, by placing his knee on his neck, which is not protocol. That is not protocol. That is not what you do. He could have stood him up at any moment. There were multiple officers on the scene. They could have stood him up. Multiple things. They could have stood him outside of the car. Why place him onto the ground, put your knee in his... Why do all that? What for? I mean, it's just like, what for? If he just said that he's claustrophobic, and whatnot. Okay, whatever. Okay, he says he's claustrophobic. Let him breathe for a minute, and then let's take him to jail. Okay, I'll let you send out the car. You said that you're claustrophobic. Cool. Stand out here and breathe for a minute, because you got to get in the car. There's no other way to get you to the precinct. So it's unfortunate, but you have to get in the car. They didn't have to do what they did to him. That's why it's classified what it's classified as. All of that was unnecessary. All of it. George Floyd passed away for no reason. There was no reason for it. There was no reason besides him being black. Derek Chauvin, they never arrested any other assailant, especially a Caucasian one with his knee in their neck. George was the first and last. George was the first and last. So, person. He never arrested any other white men or anybody else like that with a knee to the neck. He's never done that. So it's not something that he, well, I do this to all of the people that I catch. All of my perks, or what do you call perks, I bring them in like this. This how, no, you don't. You absolutely did not. So for Kanye and Candace, and I feel like they should sue Candace as well. I do. We should tag family underneath the post like that, like sue Candace too. Hashtag sue Candace Owens as well. Sue her too. And for 250 million. Tasha K that hoe. Tasha K her. So yeah, sue her as well. Don't just sue Kanye. That's where he got it from. Sue her too. Why folk come all of y'all keep suing the content creators, but not the people that's saying it? Why? Y'all get mad because victims coming on people's shows talking about y'all, and y'all want to sue the content creator, but you don't want to sue the victim. What? What? Like what? No. Sue Candace too. That's where it's coming from. Don't just sue Kanye. For what? Like y'all are annoying. I'm just like, yeah, look, Floyd family, we love y'all. Sue Candace too is where it came from. Because it's going to keep being spread. She's the source, not Kanye. Kanye not the source. Candace is. So get her. Can we stop just suing the platforms and start, It's like them suing Drink Champs instead of suing Kanye. It's like, no, sue Kanye. Don't sue Drink Champs. Like, sue them for what? They didn't do anything. I'm sure they never thought he was going to say nothing like that. Because Kanye runs the interview. He even said it to Nori. Are you going to run this interview? Because old boy couldn't. So Kanye has to be guided, but he's a narc. So with him being a narc, he's going to talk about the things that he wants to talk about. Meaning, we can start off by talking about this, but then we're going to drift into something completely different. So the question is about, hey, how are you and Drake right now? The conversation always goes somewhere else. Like, because it's like, how do we get all the way over here to George fentanyl? How do we get here? Yeah. How do we get here? Yeah. This is not, what I signed up for. We ain't saying nothing about talking about nothing like that. We didn't do that. So I think that both of them need to be sued. I mean, it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but I mean, Candace, she wants to run with this narrative. She can. I mean, I'm not telling her not to, but it doesn't mean that there's not going to be repercussions that comes along with that. And she, again, is the source. This is where everybody's getting it from. So we can't just blame Kanye and just be like, oh, Kanye, you shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have, but he got that idea from somewhere. And he even stated the person where he got the idea from. So it's like, let's start suing the source, because then that's how you dead the story. Because if Kanye goes somewhere else and he says this same thing, if another celebrity goes on another platform and they say the same thing to where this topic becomes popular, so now George's legacy is being ruined because you have people going around stating things that aren't true. But instead of suing the source, y'all want to sue the platforms. No. That's one thing I did like about Cardi. Not that I wanted her to sue Tasha, but I mean, she chose to. And with her choosing to sue Tasha, she sued o.r.e too. I don't know what type of agreement that Cardi and Star came up with, but Star shut her mouth about the situation. She didn't testify on Tasha's behalf. None of that. But she did sue Star too. It started off with both of them being sued. o.r.e and Tasha K. That to me made it fair. Because I'm like, well, it's not like she's just suing Tasha. She sued the both of them. So that's how I look at it. Like if a person comes on my platform and a celebrity or somebody feels like they need to sue, no, don't either sue us or sue that person. Well, I'm not about to get sued by myself. No, this is going to be a joint venture. It's going to be like a marriage. Yeah, you suing us. Yeah, you're not about to sue me for what this person said because it's going to be 3 lawsuits. They suing me and I'm suing you. That's how I'm going to do it. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm not getting sued alone. There's going to be 3 different corporate proceedings going on. That's how I look at it. Because I'm sure that person going to file, the person I'm suing going to file a counterclaim. It is what it is. Because I'm filing one against the celebrity that's suing me and I'm filing one on you. It's that simple. They ain't got to sue you. I will. Just like Tasha. Cardi ain't got to sue you, Star. I will. I will. If I was Tasha, I would sue the hell out of Star Marie. I sure would. Why not? Star Marie made her lose $3.4 million. $3.8 million. That's not a reason to sue somebody? Pain, suffering? Lost wages? Yeah, I would sue her. I absolutely would. Like, ain't no way in the world. If I was Tasha K, I wouldn't sue Star Marie. You're getting sued. Big dot. You absolutely are. And I would have sued Star Marie immediately. I would not have waited. Tasha, while she paying them high power attorney, do you want to be high power attorney? While you're paying the girl, put her to work. Get her. Get her. Oh yeah, you're gonna pay me at least half. Yeah, I'm about to be the only one. I wouldn't have gotten into this without you. Yeah, you assisted me in it because remember we both started off getting sued because of what you said, not because what Tasha said on her own. This came from you. So yeah, I definitely would sue her. Yeah, I would sue her for that whatever square foot apartment she is, wherever she at. I want it all. Brand new socks and drawers. Everything Cardi doing Natasha. I'll be doing the Star. Taking her to court. I need my money now. I owe $3.8 million. I need my money right now. Start garnishing her. Seize her bank account. All of that. Give me them little $52. Whatever she got. Give it here. Freeze it. Hurry up. Olga. Get down there. Go get that account froze. Like, go hurry up. Go get it. Don't even talk to me until it's done. But I'll be doing the same thing. I sure would. If the pressure's going to be put on Tasha, I mean, again, Tasha didn't get into this by herself. It's not like she went forward with what Star Marie told her, and Star Marie was somewhere inside. She was sitting right there in front of that microphone, and Tasha was on the other side. So yeah, you're going down with me. There's no way I'm going down by myself. Oh no, sweetie. Now I may have took this way too far. I absolutely did. Well, me and Cardi, that's between me and her. You're getting sued. Yeah, see it, court, girl. See it, court. What's something cute? So yeah, her flip. But yeah, I would definitely sue her. Absolutely. I sure would. I sue her her socks and shoes. I mean, Tasha got sued out of hers. I don't feel like that's fair. I've never felt like that was fair. That Tasha K had to, because they should be splitting that cost as far as I'm concerned. Both of them should have got sued, and Tasha should be having to pay 1 point something, or Star Marie should be having to pay 1 point something. That's how I look at it. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. Both of them should be sharing that $3.8 million because Tasha didn't get into that by herself. No, she did not. So hair flip. So Star Marie just cut a deal with someone with Cardi and her attorneys, and they let her off easy. Y'all know Tasha was gonna fight this machine until she pulled the last cog out, the last screw out. She was gonna take it all the way. So and that's what she did. I mean, but why was Star Marie? She has nothing to gain out of this. Tasha has all type of stuff to get, and she did. Got million subscribers, all these views, and one now became infamous, and all of that. So, but there was really nothing for, start a game, So I feel the same thing. Kanye and Candace need to be sued. Don't just sue Kanye. Sue Candace too, because that's the source. That's where it came from, Floyd family. So please sue her too, because this is not going to be the end of it. Y'all going to be right back in court because she's still going around doing other things because, Candace is a lot like Tasha. They like to antagonize people. They like to upset people. They think that when people react, it's because they telling the truth. Candace is only saying these things because she tells the truth. She has receipt for everything. So she ain't gonna do nothing but antagonize the family. And what she already said, the lawsuit is part of the. She said something. And I have to find it, but let's pull this up and I'll go look for that real quick. Because she said something about the lawsuit, like it's part of the plan. I don't know. But let's get into what Kanye said about Chris.
Hey, I put like Corey know what it means.
Corey, oh my God.
So Drake is the greatest rapper ever.
And you said,
and I don't apologize about it.
You said in war he held fuck your baby's mother's mother?
Yeah, that was hard.
That was
hard.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's like
we was confused.
You know what it means. So,
God damn it.
And I put like Corey know what it means.
Corey, oh my God.
So, Drake.
Again, ain't proved nothing, but nobody's supposed to be upset about that, because of course Kanye tells the truth. Candace Owens react to mother of George Floyd's daughter filing lawsuit against Kanye. This lawsuit is a PR strategy. PR for what? What? You doing whole documentaries on their family member. So if they is coming out with something about George, it's their family. You're gross. You're weird. PR for what? They come out with an album? Hurry up. Are they coming out with an album or something? How is this PR? All Kanye had to do is shut up. I don't know. Maybe your documentary is so little and it took Kanye to actually bring attention towards it because nobody gave a F. No one cared. Candace. No one cared. No one cared about your documentary until Kanye spoke of it on Drink Champs. And now Drink Champs is taken down. So you need PR, sounds like. Oh, God. If that Drink Champs would have stayed up, that N.O.R.E. have 50 million views by now. Especially with Kanye being that unfiltered. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He'd have a lot of views if that Drink Champs was still up. Oh, he would. For sure. For sure. And you would have got a lot of full free promotion for that. You know what it's given? It's given that Candace Owens is trying everything in her power to date Kanye. That's what it's given. That's what's given. Because Kanye's team reached out to Kim Kardashian to see if she could help to get Kanye back on the right path. Meaning if she could go pray to her satanic god and pull down some rice and stick a foot in mud twice and then put baby blood on the back wall because she's a bruiser. And yes. Yes. And see if they could get Kanye calm back down. See if they could get Lucifer to come back up here and make him sit down somewhere. So here, flip. So, and ain't nobody about to tell me nothing. I will find the picture. There's this picture of these two people in the entertainment industry, right? Now, I don't know them. They're white people. Shout out to white people. Shout out to white people. These are two white people, but they've been in the industry for quite some time, right? They are known Satanists, okay? Not atheists, none of that. They are Satanists. They literally pray to Lucifer, the Baphomet, the goat, all that. They literally pray to him, right? And even on their social media, it's like everywhere. It's plastered all over their social media. Kanye, when he went to the doctor last time, like when they had basically like placed him in a ward, this was years ago. He was with Kim. I think there are only like 1 or 2 kids in. And Kanye was at the hospital and they took a picture of Kanye in this room with both of these known Satanists, both of them, the man and the woman. I think they were dating. And they were praying over him. Literally, the lady had her hand on his back and she had her head bowed, and the other dude had his hand on Kanye, I believe at the top of Kanye's head. And I'm like, they don't believe in God. If they're praying, who are they praying to? I will find the picture. I'll find the picture and I will show y'all that both of these people background so y'all can put it together. Y'all be like, whoa, like they're praying for you? Like what type of prayer is this? It's weird. Like what type of prayer is this? Like they love Lucifer. Like they want to meet him type of situation. Like they adore him. Like Satan is lit to these people, right? And they're praying over you. What are they saying? But I'll find the picture and I'll put it up. I'll make you do like a cute little like 5-10 minute video and put it up so y'all can see what I mean. But I'm just like, yeah, you. So it is what it is. But Candace, you should get sued. I feel like Candace should get sued. And she said that this is just all PR. Like, what? What do you mean PR? Like, girl. So, but we'll see. We absolutely will. We'll see if Candace gets sued because this could just be the beginning. They could just be starting off with Kanye and then moving on to Candace. So that could be very true. Very, very true. So we are going to do Shantober in like an hour here. I think we have one more topic. Oh, we do. So this white girl said that American Airlines passenger asked for reparations for being wedged between two obese people. Oh my God. I can't even dignify this with a response. Like, it's like, are you guys serious? Is she serious? It was probably two women that was like size 10 and 12. One was probably a size 10, real thick, cute body, and the other one was probably like a size 13 or 14. I promise you. And she's like, they're obese. They're obese. It probably wasn't like real obese people. It probably wasn't even that. It was probably two thick black girls, two thick white girls with BBLs that sat next to her, and in between her, and she's like, "Oh my God, she's so fat. Like you guys should pay me for sitting between these fat girls because she only eats celery with water on it. That's all she eat all day, celery with water as a dressing. So since she's pen thin, she expected everybody to be pen thin. Everyone on this plane should have bulimia. Like, why would you set two like obese people on the sides of me when I'm anorexic? Did you think about that? How I kept getting triggered the whole time I was there, sitting there saying that like they eat. Like it was a horrible ride. I want reparations. That doesn't even make sense. I'm like, again, why is this news? I haven't had a curve since I was 7. And that was an accident. Like, it's like, what is going on here? What is going on here? Like, why? Because she ate one peanut out of the bag of peanuts that they gave her on the plane. And she nibbled on it all the way. To the girl, so I'm about to eat this chicken, like whatever it is, especially if you first when they come out with the little food, I'm eating all of this bitch. And if she ain't gonna have hers, I have it. Since she's sitting here just eating ice, bring me her food, lady. If you were gonna eat, what would you eat? Tell them so they can bring it to me. So yeah, here flip, like girl. Just because you starving on me, just because you sitting over here about to pass out, just because you ain't sleep, you passed out. Because you sitting here hungry and you don't hold passed out, that ain't no nap. That's anorexia. That's anorexia. So here flip. So oh my goodness. I know the skinny people always be tired. Skinny people, real skinny people, they always sleepy. Like you ain't got no nutrients. Girl, go in there and bust up them flaming hots or them Funyuns and get busy. Go to work. Open up that fridge, make a sandwich or something, girl. Go in there and throw in one of them hot pockets, couple of them hot pockets. Girl, call it a day. Like, girl, her flip. Like, girl, is you hungry? That's what it is. You ain't tired. Your body tired of not eating. It's tired of running on fumes. So it's just like, yeah, her flip, girl. No, not her, but she does run in the circle with those people, but not her. Not. I know exactly who she is. I done did videos on Marina and all that. Yeah, not her. Not pedestrian Hillary, buddy. Not her, but she runs in that circle of people. The gays. So I have to get out of here, y'all. We have been here for 2.5 hours. I love y'all. Try not to make these lives too long. I was going to open up the panel, but I don't want the live to be too long. But shout out to y'all. We had over 1K pretty much the whole live. Like we've been here for 3 hours. I mean, almost 3 hours. So shout out to y'all. Y'all must have missed me. Y'all must have missed me. Oh my God, I love y'all. No, I'm not telling nobody where I got my jacket. No, I've seen a lot of that in the chat. Stop it. Hair flips. Stop it. I mean, I don't tell you guys where I shop gross. So hair flip, because then everybody gonna be looking like me. Like everybody gonna look like me. Like it just looks like me. So I'm a girl. So I love y'all. And I have to get out of here. Shout out to all of you guys. Thank y'all so much. All the super chats and just y'all supporting, hitting the like, which I know y'all having because I pinned it in the chat and I hope y'all listened. Shout out to all my moderators. I love you all. I love you all. They wish, girl. They wish. They wish. I'm gonna tell you, I'll put it to you like this. If you're gonna get one of these, you need to have at least $230. Like they start off at that, and that's the old ones. So you need at least $230 in your pocket. If you even go even look in this direction, sweetie, I will tell you that. Gays, and this is a Black company that I shop with. I shop with all Black companies. The main companies I shop with are Black owned, and it's nothing out of racism. It's just to support them. It absolutely is. I feel like Louis, Prada, all of them, they have enough people supporting them. I've never been, a designer type of girl. Like I'm all about looking cute, smelling good. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. I don't feel complete because I have on some Louis glasses or something like that. Girl, bye. Most of them bitches be broke as hell with that shit. Girl, bye. Like most of them bitches be broke as fuck out there with a Gucci belt on, eviction notice on their door. Eviction notice on their door. Get out the car with a Balenciaga outfit on, but that's their baby mama car. They baby mama car. So yeah, hair flip. But they be fresh to that. Oh, okay. Okay, I want to be rich so bad assholes. So get her flip. So yeah, I've never been interested in that type of stuff. My husband has 2 jobs, so you best believe he would get a 3rd one if I had that type of taste. But I really don't care to make a bunch of wealthy, rich, mainly white people. So it's just like let's have some Black people like that. Let's do that with Black people. So yeah, yeah. So the majority of the places I shop with Black owned. That's why you'll see a lot of stuff with Black people on it that I wear because it's all Black owned. So yeah, I support my people. Get into it. So until the next show, I love y'all. I gotta get out of here. Oh my God, bye. Hold on. Y'all said Kanye live? Y'all want to watch it? Let me see. Kanye live. Oh, y'all know I'm nosy. Is it live? Hold on, let me look. Where he live at? Hold on. He ain't live on IG. I follow him on IG. Okay, we'll be back. If he go live, we'll be back. We'll see what he say. If he say something ignorant enough, we'll probably be back. I love you. I gotta go.
Fresh.